Bulldog faithful, welcome to tonight's football game. Friday Night Lights, it's homecoming. Nate Carpenter here with Doug Byerly. Doug, great to be back here at Thompson Street Stadium, home of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs tonight.
Certainly is. Homecoming here at Jersey Shore tonight. Great matchup. Two 4-0 unbeaten teams. One of the premier matchups here in central Pennsylvania, really in the eastern half of the state tonight.
Last week, Doug, we were on the road to Sunbury playing the Shikellamy Braves, which started out as a tough contest. And what were some of the things that you took home from that game on the road?
Agree with you, Nate. Shikellamy's defense, not too bad. And you say, how is that? They gave up 49 points, but you got to remember had a fumble return on a kickoff for a touchdown, and Jersey Shore's defense was outstanding again, really forced Shikellamy into no offense. Jersey Shore took control of the ball almost exclusively in the first half in Shikellamy territory. Shikelamy's offense didn't move the ball at all, so short field for the Bulldogs. Didn't really roll up a whole lot of yards. Put the ball on the ground a couple times with a couple of fumbles, a bunch of penalties as well. So a little bit of stop and start on the offensive side for the Bulldogs. But once they got rolling, 35-0 at halftime, 49-6 for the ball game. A couple other scores to keep in mind from last week. Again, Selinsgrove over Shamokin. They go to 3-1, 10-7 in overtime. This Mifflinburg team, 35-7 over Central Mountain. Montoursville, 3-1 over Central Columbia, 35-21. And Canton, 63-0 over Towanda. Reason, again, we mentioned them. We're going to see those in a couple weeks. And the last one, Executive Education Academy lost their first game of the year to Upper Moreland, 42-18. Upper Moreland very good at 3-1. That drops Executive Academy to 3-1. So try and keep an eye on those teams that the Bulldogs either have seen or may see again in the regular season or the playoffs.
It's going to be an exciting night tonight here. Again, Friday Night Lights, Jersey Shore Bulldogs versus the Mifflinburg Wildcats. We'll be back just after this break. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about those sounds? Those are the sounds of Kraft Ice from a new LG refrigerator, cooling your drink to perfection. Making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. Save up to $1,212 on this exclusive LG kitchen package with Kraft Ice. At the Home Depot, how doers get more done. Offer valid September 29th through October 19th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Want to sell a house? Want to buy a house? Then call the Dave Winkleman team at Anchor Realty in Lock Haven. Dave's a graduate of Jersey Shore High School. He and his wife Jan live in South Avis, the parents of 7 children. So you know the Dave Winkleman team is motivated to market your home and find you a new one. 570-858-0777. Ask Dave how he can guarantee your home will sell within 90 days. The Dave Winkleman team at Anchor Realty, 57 Belfont Avenue in Lock Haven. Ready to serve you. 570-858-0777.
Can I get the sales projections for the Springfield, Bristol, and Fairview stores?
Val's Froyo Palace is dishing out 3 more locations.
Jody, have you lined up interviews?
They need 3 new store managers before they have a meltdown.
And remember, they need at least 5 years experience.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Visit the Twilight Diner in Loganton, where tasty, fresh-made food is available when you want it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Choose a burger, homemade pizza, stromboli, their famous mountain sandwich, or anything on their menu. See it on their Facebook page. Now home of the Loganton area's only beer cave. The Twilight Diner, 603 North Mill Street, just off the Loganton exit of Interstate 80. 570-725-3911 for takeout. The Twilight Diner in Loganton. Call 570-753-5722. TLC Fuels, a family-owned business since 1998, serving residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. Fuel oil, diesel, and gasoline, hard coal. TLC Fuels, dedicated to providing friendly, satisfying service to all other customers. TLC Fuels, proud to be a supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. 570-753-5722.
How do you make the most of your land? Everyone has their way. The Nelsons depend on their John Deere Gator XUV 835R to get
from point A to point B with decoys and the dogs. much as we got going on, it's all about efficiency.
And if you ask the Mosers what they use their Gator XUV 590M for, they tell you.
The most fun we have on the Gator is just ripping around the property.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Welcome back here, Thompson Street Stadium for tonight's home game. It's homecoming here at Jersey Shore versus the Mifflinburg Wildcats. I'm here with Doug Byerly, and we're going to talk a little bit about Mifflinburg, Doug. I did some homework this week. Interestingly enough, when you look at rushes, I call them touches, Mifflinburg is averaging 5.7 yards a touch offensively for 639 yards. Jersey Shore is averaging 7.1 with 1248. A lot of different guys rushing. But this is the interesting stats. They've thrown for 795 yards this year and 14.5 yards of play, and Jersey Shore is at 15.3 with only 398 yards. So it'll be interesting to see if Mifflinburg can go to the air tonight.
Oh, no question. And they're led by their junior quarterback, coach's son, Troy Dressler. He's very good. Committed to play Division I baseball at Wake Forest in a year from now. So he's a good player. And they come in as a team. We mentioned 4-0. They beat Midwest 54-0. That's not a good Midwest team. They beat Central Columbia 35-0. Pretty average Central Columbia team. Good game against Shamokin, 35-21. And then they beat what probably is not a very good Central Mountain team, 35-7. So they've only given up 28 points. So their defense has been pretty good. But, again, they've not really been tested. And that'll be the key. Really, neither team has faced a quality opponent. We thought Selinsgrove would be a quality opponent, but they were really banged up. They will be a quality opponent if we see them later in the year. But Mifflinburg has a couple good players. Troy Dressler, we mentioned. Andrew Deal, the running back, very, very good. Has 12 touchdowns in 4 games. Has scored a touchdown in 4 different ways. Rushing, receiving, interceptions, and I'm missing one, but 4 different ways, 539 yards. They have him at 10 touchdowns, but it's 12 touchdowns. And then the big guy, and I mean big, 6'7", 6'8", Kyler Troop. He's going to be bigger than anybody on the field, has very good hands. So he's a target that Jersey Shore will have to adjust to just because of his physical height.
Absolutely, and they've had some success in the air. They have a speedy back as well, and they're going to move some guys around. They're going to spread it. They're going to go to what I call the fun package. You're going to see some trips and some twins, and you're going to see some throwing on first down, which is something Jersey Shore hasn't seen a lot of this year. And so tonight I look at the Dogs, and again we talked to Coach Gravish this week, and that interview will be coming up in a few minutes. But he was talking about really just continuing to try to establish the ground game. When you have 1,300 yards on the season in 4 games and your starters are only playing half the game, you really can't vacate the ground game.
Oh, absolutely not. That's what every team wants. You want to establish a ground game because it opens everything else. And that will be interesting, what you said earlier, Nate. Obviously, with a quarterback like Troy Dressler, really the first quality quarterback that Jersey Shore will see, and he's veteran. He's played since his freshman year, coach's son again. So he's probably not going to get rattled, but he also hasn't seen the pressure that Jersey Shore Bulldog defense has put on every quarterback, both this year and going back a couple years. So that'll be an interesting dynamic. Reports are that Mifflinburg can handle the physicality of Jersey Shore and good team speed, but can they handle it when you put it all together with the pace of the game, the mental part of the game, what happens if you get down? But then on the other side, what happens if Mifflinburg gets up, where Jersey Shore has not trailed in a long time? That can really do things to young athletes' minds sometimes. So 2 undefeated teams here tonight looking for a very, very competitive ball game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night. Again, it's homecoming here at Thompson Street Stadium. If you're only a few miles from the venue, get here, support your Jersey Shore Bulldogs. And in just a few seconds, we're going to pause for a commercial, but we're also going to have this week's Tom Gravish interview pertaining to tonight's football game. So you're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Attention, do you suffer from severe fried chicken-related cravings? If so, Kentucky Fried Chicken's $6 2-piece drum and thigh combo may be right for you. The combo contains tasty chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, a flaky biscuit, and an ice-cold drink. Side effects may include more money in your wallet, happiness, and the urge to lick your fingers. Order KFC's 2-piece drum and thigh combo in the KFC app for just $6. That's finger-licking good. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Tax extra.
When you're looking to move to something bigger or smaller, new construction or a fixer-upper, in town or out of town, your first call should be to Brady Carnahan at SWC Real Estate, 570-295-8233. Through the years, SWC has become an industry leader committed to excellence by offering the most comprehensive marketing solutions. At SWC Realty, it's simple. We just market your home better. Call Brady Carnahan today, 570-295-8233.
The NFL returns to London.
Y'all know what time it is.
Football is back on the world stage.
It's showtime, let the games begin.
Live from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on NFL Network.
Okay, boy, dig deep.
Vikings.
Fires right, caught.
Saints.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Wake up early and watch with the world. It's Sunday Morning Football.
Let the games begin.
Sunday, October 2nd at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
My name is Rose, and I've been driving a school bus for 25 years for Susquehanna Transit Company. Susquehanna Transit is family-owned and operated. If you can drive a car, you can drive a school bus. The hours and pay are great, with many opportunities to earn even more money. So come meet the staff and trainers and be a part of a great family. Call 570-753-5125.
From tailgate parties to busy weeknights, the flavor experts at Omaha Steaks made it easy to savor all of fall's flavors with mouth-watering assortments of perfectly aged steaks, ultra-juicy burgers, and easy, ready-in-a-flash comfort meals. Right now, shop their semi-annual sale and get 50% off site-wide. Use promo code SIZZLE at checkout for an additional $30 off of your order. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com, code SIZZLE at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code SIZZLE. Minimum order may be required.
McMahon, Ferguson & Associates Insurance Agency is your local Erie insurance agency. They handle your home, auto, commercial, and life insurance needs. Let's talk life insurance. If something happened to you, would your family be prepared? Let McMahon, Ferguson & Associates craft the perfect life insurance policy for you. Call 570-398-4090 or visit 1020 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. McMahon, Ferguson & Associates Erie Insurance Agency.
The Bear 99.9 FM.
Coach Gravish, Nate Carpenter here, Bear Country Sports Network, Week 5, Jersey Shore, Mifflinburg. How you doing, Coach?
Great. How you doing?
Well, it's been a great week. It's a great day to be a Bulldog.
Sure is.
I'm starting to sound like you. You know, I like when people get to know some of the intricacies of a program as far as coaching, and we've talked a lot about your philosophies. But this comes from a listener. If I played for Coach Gravish, what expectations do you have of me as a player, and what can I expect from you as a coach?
Well, the expectations of a player, you're going to have to be coachable. High school football in this day and age of 2022 is a hard thing, so it's a long process. It's not like it was, in 1985 or such. It's more demanding. So you got to be dedicated, and it goes down to, working hard practice, knowing your assignments, your alignments, being able to execute with technique, and being a team player. But and be willing. We work hard, we condition hard. I think it pays off in our games. And from coming from me, I'm always going to be a hard worker, going to be doing my homework 12 months a year, not just 3 or 4 months a year, but 12 months a year.
That's great. That's great. What were some of your takeaways from last week in beating Schick on the road in Sunbury?
Some of the takeaways is we have to be a little bit more. We have to improve in not letting the ball on the ground. Even though we got some of those back, we had some penalties. We had a snap a couple times. Our guys jumped prematurely with some of their calls on defense. So we have to do a better job of that and eliminate penalties. We don't want to have any pre-snap or post-snap penalties.
This comes from Doug Byerly. Man, I've really enjoyed doing the broadcast with him. How does a team prepare for a veteran QB who happens to be a Wake Forest commit in baseball, set of very good receivers, including a 6'7", which will be a slightly different look than we've seen this season? How did you prepare? Anything different this week?
Well, sure, absolutely, because they throw the ball more than the other team. So, that's what we work in defensive back drills. Naturally, that's what we work all the time, but more pass orientation, in our group work, and highlighting their best plays, which they have many best plays. And then when we get the team, their offense naturally is throwing it a lot more than running it. So those are the plays we're calling in practice. And, we're trying to make the practice be just like the game.
Offensively this week, the defense has really giving the offense short fields all year. It's been a fantastic thing. Special teams have been huge. Offensively this week, you're going to go up against an athletic team, big kids. They're going to look to pass the ball. So what have you done anything different? I noticed each week you add a wrinkle or two. You go maybe a page or two deeper in the playbook. Anything that you've been working on offensively this week?
There's things that we've been working on offensively we haven't used in games yet, you know what I mean? And we haven't been in a position to use certain things based off a score, and doesn't seem to be as necessary. There's more plays we haven't used, but what you've seen in games is pretty much our basics.
Yeah, and I've noticed, like with the basics, that one of the things that a lot of people have a hard time understanding is when you get in that hurry up, you don't have to have a million looks.
Right.
If you do 10 or 15 things well and you execute, they can know it's coming, and they just don't seem to be able to stop it. The ground game's been fantastic this year. What do you attribute that to? I
attribute it to a lot of our linemen that have returning experience, and it starts with a center that in Jared Palski. Make sure we got the right calls up front, and we got Luke Springman playing there, for the third straight year. Zach Rooney's been playing for a third straight year, and General Stetz has been there, on two-way on the line for a bunch of years. So that leadership and that experience is from our seniors. Those seniors are leading the way.
And last question. Last night, homecoming, the parade's always great. You're going to owe me at least one dental visit for the kids, though, because that candy was flowing last night.
Right. Well,
but how was homecoming last night?
It was great. It was great. Great weather. Great turnout from the community, for such an event. It's just an impressive event, Jersey Shore Homecoming Parade.
Absolutely. Well, listen, week 5 this week. Good luck tonight against Mifflinburg.
Thank you very much.
It's a great day to be Bulldog.
Sure is.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see taillights? Or your dog's tail wagging when you first brought him home? Do you see 4 tires or 2 tired kids in the back seat after their first day of school? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Jim Ely, State Farm Insurance, 105 Thomas Street, Jersey Shore, 570-398-2828.
Did you know a fire department responds to a fire every 23 seconds? First Alert is reminding you to be prepared by installing smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in each bedroom of your home. Don't forget to add First Alert fire extinguishers on every level, plus in common spaces like the kitchen, and know how to use them. Protect your whole home with safety you can trust by visiting firstalert.com and Lowe's stores today.
Everything you need in one place. Jiffy Market in Jersey Shore, the largest cooler full of cold drinks in the area. Sunset ice cream dipped for cone or cup and also available in full half-gallon containers. We've expanded our eat-in or take-out menu, including garbage fries and walking tacos with more to come. PA lottery tickets and skill games, and ATM fresh-made sandwiches, meat and cheese by the pound. Snacks, candy, slushies, and more at Jiffy Market. Everything you need in one place, crossing the post office in downtown Jersey Shore. Stop and shop Jiffy Market.
Exergen wants you to know about an important study just released by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has known all along. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate, and they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. With new strains of COVID on the rise, we can't afford to tolerate the rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Everything costs more, and lots of us are worried about how much we'll spend this coming winter to heat our homes. Make sure to call Hollick's Coal and Oil in Jersey Shore, 570-398-1190, providing stove, nut, pea, buckwheat, and rice coal, heating oil, outside mix kerosene, and off-road diesel. A fixture in the Jersey Shore community for the last 72 years. Hollick's Coal and Oil, ready to keep you warm this winter. 570-398-1190, online at hollickscoalandoil.com.
Bear Country 99.9 FM.
We're back here, Doug, and we're going to talk about tonight's prediction. Before we do, why don't you mention some of our sponsors? We've had great support this year here at home.
Certainly have. Thanks to Stephen and Alicia Wadsworth of Lock Haven for their patron support of the broadcast and Jersey Shore football all season long. Thanks to River Valley Internet for, again, providing the bandwidth we need to bring you this broadcast. River Valley Internet, we never forget, you have a choice. Pre-game brought to you by Pennycroft Rural Services. Give Jeff a call for all of those outdoor projects, 570-360-7757. And Nate, Mifflinburg ready to come on. White helmets, blue stripe, white with some blue trim on it. Jersey Shore in the home, orange jerseys and black pants. Two good teams, Nate, looking to...
Two great teams, Doug, and it's going to be an awesome night tonight. Looking forward to this. And for the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, I think one of the areas of concern is can they stay sharp mentally. Last week, again, a lot of turnovers, some undisciplined football. Coach Gravish was a little frustrated with that, as you could hear in the interview, cleaning some of those things up. How about Mifflinburg? What do you think some of their areas of concern might be tonight?
Yeah, I agree with you, Nate. 2 fumbles, had a couple more that we recovered as well. Mifflinburg, I think they have to decide, are they going to throw the football almost exclusively, or can they establish a run game? Andrew Deal will be the key for that. Lucas Whitaker, also a guy up front. Good offensive lineman, but a really good defensive player as well. Leads the team in tackles, averages over 8 a game. So, again, it's going to be very interesting to see who gets up on top and puts themselves in a position to make the big plays early in the ballgame.
We've also talked about Jersey Shore having excellent field position this year, 50-yard line pretty much on every drive. We talked about this pregame. It would be interesting to see if Mifflinburg can at least flip the field, give Jersey Shore some longer fields, 80 yards, 70 yards. So
certainly will be a key to the ball game. We talked about that almost endlessly, that Jersey Shore really has played on a half field all season long against a good team. That's probably not going to happen throughout the ball game. And if Mifflinburg can change that early in the ball game, that can really affect the mentality of the Jersey Shore Bulldog team. We'll see how it all plays out here in a couple minutes. Listen, they're ready for the anthem. We're going to send it back to the studio for another commercial break. You're listening to High School Football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
This is Loyalty Lab Interview 6. Subject, grandmother's loyalty. Margie, what do you do when your grandson misbehaves?
Angels don't misbehave.
Here we study the most loyal, like you and... Oh, there goes the lamp.
Shouldn't have put it there.
Shell and the Fuel Rewards program has our members' backs, too. It's super easy to save on every gallon. Loyal, just like how you acted like that wasn't his fault.
Someone should clean that up before he gets hurt.
Yes! Loyal, just like that.
10 years of FR.com. Terms and conditions apply.
At Boot Barn, we believe that the cowboy boot is an American icon. Today's boots are not only rooted in history, but are enhanced with modern technology features for the working cowboy. Ariat boots are built with advanced technology that provides the comfort and support of a high-performance athletic shoe, yet still has the functionality and durability of the iconic cowboy boot. And at Boot Barn, we carry over 250,000 pairs of Ariat boots nationwide. Ariat at Boot Barn.
We tried Dynovite nutritional supplement, and after a couple of weeks, we noticed a big difference. Our little Gizmo's coat was shinier, and there was a lot less scratching and shedding.
My dog smelled and scratched constantly. We bathed and sprayed her, took her to the vet, but no results. Now, a little Dynovite in her food helps Bella keep her beautiful coat with no scratching or smell.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynovite.
From tailgate parties to busy weeknights, the flavor experts at Omaha Steaks made it easy to savor all of fall's flavors with mouth-watering assortments of perfectly aged steaks, ultra-juicy burgers, and easy, ready-in-a-flash comfort meals. Right now, shop their semi-annual sale and get 50% off site-wide. Use promo code SIZZLE at checkout for an additional $30 off of your order. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com, code SIZZLE at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code SIZZLE. Minimum order may be required.
It's Bear Country 99.9 FM.
We're back here. Homecoming, Friday Night Lights, Jersey Shore versus Mifflinburg, Week 5 here at home. Jersey Shore 4-0, the Mifflinburg Wildcats 4-0. The battle of the unbeatens tonight. WNEP's here. There's some other stations here. So this is a District 4 matchup tonight that's been heavily marketed, even in the local news, Doug. What do you expect to see?
Well, what you hope to see is Jersey Shore continue to do what they've done, and even if they don't run up as many points, that they take control of the ball game, play extremely well on defense, and they get their 5th win tonight. Almost hard to believe we're halfway through the regular season as we're ready to go. But, Nate, it goes back to what Coach Gravish talked about. Takeaways against Schick, a couple turnovers, a couple penalties. In fact, more than a couple early in that ball game. Had a couple drives that actually went backwards for the first time all year. The Schick defense played well. And preparing for a Mifflinburg team that their choice is to throw the football, where almost every team, their choice is to run the football first. Be interesting to see how Mifflinburg approaches it, how much they can get Andrew Deal successfully running the football. And then if they don't, which nobody has done against Jersey Shore thus far, you realize that Jersey Shore in 4 games hasn't given up 100 yards rushing total.
Yeah.
Amazing. And if Mifflinburg can't run the ball, they'll become one-dimensional, and sometimes that really plays to the defense.
It's incredible. And one thing I don't know if we've mentioned tonight, the center for Mifflinburg is not available this evening, and he's center, nose guard, 6'1", 275, so he's not available. So new center, looked like a sizable kid. I believe it's number 61, Nathan Criswell, that will start at center. And, hey, 6'2", 290. So as far as the size factor, we'll see what the snaps look like. That's important. Last week, for the first time in a long time, we had some errant snaps, even offensively for the Bulldogs. So captains are at midfield. 54 is Lucas Whitaker, along with Troy Dressler, number 12. Number 18, Kyler Troop. And number 5, Jonathan Melendez. For the Bulldogs, Cooper Peacock, number 2, Brady Jordan, number 11, 44, Hayden Packer, and number 68, Zach Rooney. So, Doug, we're going to see who won the toss. Do you want to mention that at home? Who's getting the toss?
So, was able to get the officials, and this year we just slimmed it down a little bit, only give the referee, that is Mark Clark and his crew from the Susquehanna Valley chapter, and it's a crew, Nate, that we have not seen. I've never seen any of these guys, so Mifflinburg has probably seen them from that Susquehanna Valley chapter, so be able to see. Jersey Shore did win the toss and elected to receive, so Palski, Stetz, Rooney, Dyson Delaney, and Vanderhoof up front, Cooper Peacock, Brady Jordan, Elijah Jordan, Connor Griffin will be the offensive team here in just a minute as we get set to receive the kickoff of this ball game brought to you by Joe's Equipment. Go to see them and the crew off Route 220. Cement Drive, Jersey Shore.
Sorry, Doug. And number 3 for Mifflinburg will be kicking off here, 12 minutes in the first quarter. The ball is down. Mifflinburg ready to kick it off. That's Sean Grodetsky kicking off, squibs it, picked up. 23. They're going to say he was down, but he had gotten up, Doug. So they said when he picked it up, his knee was still down. I have a hard time believing that. I thought he got up first and then took off.
Now, Dyson Delaney, you realized what he'd done. It was a line drive right at him, and he did go down, but he got up before he picked the ball up. That's a little bit of errant mark there by the officials. So instead of out near the 40, Jersey Shore going to take the ball at their own 25. Deepest territory they've started in probably all season long.
Yeah, 25-yard line starting here, 11:57 to go. First down, ball on the 23. Brady Jordan in the shotgun, Packer to his right, trips left, single right. Snap is back, fakes the handoff, keeps it. Good block on the outside. He's running, still running. Jordan down the side, good block. They're going to throw a hold. Good block, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And we've seen this all season, Doug.
Great play, nothing fancy there. Little fake by Brady Jordan. It's going to be a first down, and it will be initially anyway in Mifflinburg territory, but he's going to mark that at about the 43, so that's going to, 1, negate the touchdown run, 2, set the ball back in Jersey Shore territory. So let's look at the positives, Nate. You got a big run to start out. You're going to get the ball 1st and 10 around your own 45-yard line, about your own 40.
And we talk about discipline. I will say that we talked about some of the holds being questionable this year. Mifflinburg faithful here. We're on the visitor's side, obviously, doing the broadcast, but they're pumped up about that touchdown being called back. But out here on the edge, the receiver, I believe it was Peacock, really got physical. And, it was a good block, but he got a little shirt. So good call by the officials. Bulldogs now will take over. 1st and 10 on the 46-yard line. Jordan in the gun. Packer to his right. Hands off on the counter. Up the middle. Good, nice tackle on that one by 53.
Lucas Whitaker leads their defense. He's in on the tackle as well. Averages almost 10 tackles a game. They have nice size up front. but not overly big. But Shore doesn't outsize anybody either all season long.
Bulldogs 2nd and 7. Jordan in the gun. Packer to his right. Twins to both sides. Quick pass to the flats. Snuffed out right away. Elijah Jordan doesn't go down, but doesn't get any yards.
Good tackle at the end of that play by Menendez, number 5. He's only a stocky guy, 5'8", but he's about 180, 190. But very good quickness. Again, Mifflinburg can match the quickness and overall speed of Jersey Shore, something, again, the Bulldogs have not seen all season long.
Bulldogs had a touchdown called back in the first possession. Jordan in the guns, 3rd and 7. Hands off immediately to Packard. Packard up the middle. He's still driving, but he's going to be stuffed short. That's going to bring up a 4th and about 4, Doug.
Kyle Troop, the big guy, and I mean 6'7", big guy in as well. So not only is he one of their leading receivers, but also plays from that defensive end, defensive tackle position. If I'm Tom Gravish, you know what? I punt this away. Play a little field position here. See if you can get your opponent deep in their own territory, and that's what the Bulldogs are going to do.
Andrew Deal, you talked about him in the pregame. Very speedy. Mifflinburg forced to call a timeout, Doug, and that's tough.
Didn't have all of their players off of the field, so they would have had 12 if the snap would have taken place. And our timeouts all season long brought to you by Three Brothers Moving. Three Brothers, they treat you like a part of the family. If you, a friend or family member is moving, give Three Brothers Moving a call at 215-220-1551.
So Jersey Shore, the timeout by Mifflinburg. It's a 4th and 3 into the Mifflinburg territory at the 47, Doug. One thing we've never talked about, Cooper Peacock punted the ball excellently last week on the road in Sunbury against Shikellamy. Couples inside of the 5. Just incredible, more of a rugby-style kicker. But one thing that we haven't thought about either is his ability to run, even consider the fake.
Oh, there's no question about it. At some point in the year, Cooper Peacock will do that, either by choice or maybe if he fumbles the snap. Here, Nate, I think he's looking to punt it away, try and pin Mifflinburg deep.
Peacock back to punt. He comes up. They're trying to hard count, trying to call Mifflinburg off. Mifflinburg stays in there. Hard count still.
They're going to let this run all the way down, take the penalty, because it really doesn't make any difference if he's punting it from just inside Mifflinburg territory or just on the other side of the 50. So that's a good try, good discipline there by the Mifflinburg defense to not take the bait and jump offside. So this one will cost Jersey Shore 5 penalty yards, but that was a designated one. They're going to take the 5 yards unless the opponent made a mistake.
2 speedsters back for Mifflinburg right now. You talked about Andrew Deal in the pregame. Very quick, very fleet of foot, so they took the 5-yard delay a game penalty. Peacock will be punting from his own 48. Whistle blown. Snap is back. Good snap. Rugby style. Drills it high and deep, but returnable by Deal. Deal takes it to the right side. He's snowed in. Gets to the edge, but no. Brought down. Excellent pursuit by Elijah Jordan. And I didn't catch the other number, Doug.
Elijah Jordan and Tate Seacrest all the way from the other side of the field. Nice return by Deal. He's their weapon. You know, the quarterback's obviously good, but the quarterback's not going to run around and make plays. Deal is the key guy. If you can contain him and force some of the other players to become the focus of the offense, it'll give an advantage to the Jersey Shore defense.
Again, this season, Mifflinburg heavily passing on the offense with some decent running game. You're going to see Dressler, number 12, the senior quarterback. He's in the gun. Back to his right. Twins left. Snap is back. 1st and 10. Ball thrown immediately to the flats. Picked off for Peacock. He smelled it out, and he takes it to the house. That's a pick 6, Doug.
No hesitation at all. Dressler looked out. They had 2 men. This was the far wide receiver next to Deal. Good throw on a line, but Cooper Peacock, no hesitation, right in strike. Great hands there, Nate, right in the hands for a nice interception return for a touchdown. So Brady Jordan's long touchdown run gets negated. The defense gets it back.
Snap from Palski to Peacock, back to Breck Miller's kick is up and it's good. And you know, before we go to commercial, as far as sponsors, I just wanted to make one comment. He got called for the hold, and he redeemed himself on the pick 6, Doug.
Well, it'll be interesting. We talked, Nate. This is the first game for both teams that they're playing a really quality opponent, good athletes on both sides all throughout the lineup. They're an experienced junior quarterback, 3-year starter. That was a mistake. He should have looked that way, saw that defender coming. He looked that way, saw the defender coming, and still threw the football. Easy pick 6, but that's a great play by the defense. We're seeing the defense really step up, not only shutting teams down, Nate, but putting points on the board. And if you do that, boy, it makes your team tough.
Yeah, and I'd like to make an amendment. I called Dressler a senior. He is a junior, in fact. It's that Wake Forest commit as a pitcher that had me thinking he was leaving this year. So Bulldogs will be kicking off. They started with their worst field position of the year. Dude score a touchdown on the pick 6. Kickoff from Breck Miller. Again, going to the left side. And again, it's out of bounds. We talked about that even in the pregame, Doug. Some of his extra points were going left.
Well, and they shade the whole team that way, so they know that he definitely has an affinity to put the ball that way. But boy, he doesn't want to kick it out of bounds because it gives that extra 15 yards to the offense instead of back at the 20 or all the way at the 35. So really a huge advantage for the offense when you make that mistake on special teams. Hopefully Brett can correct that. He's done that throughout the season last year and this.
Well, we've talked about it. The biggest question for Dressler tonight at quarterback is, will he have time to throw? And if he has time to throw, are they going to be able to go up top and utilize the big tight end? They'll spread him out, too. That's number 18, Kyler Troop. Dressler in the gun, backs to left and right, singles right and left, hands off immediately. It's a counter. And they just read that well, Doug. Did not bite on that trap play.
Jarrett Miller, senior, 5'5", 155. So very much like Shikellamy, short stature guys that basically run the football, although the receivers have pretty good speed. And number 2, we're going to get to him in a minute, Zach Wortman, but they're running backs, pretty short of stature, but pretty quick, but good defense there.
Ball on the 35-yard line. Dressler again in the gun. It's 2nd and 10. Trips right, Twins left. He's alone in the gun. Packer looking to stunt. Ball thrown immediately to the flats. Pass is complete to number 2. Nice pitch and catch. That's Zachary Wortman, the 6'3 senior.
Solid tackle there by Connor Griffin. You can see Dressler as that veteran quarterback. He gets rid of the ball. There's no hesitation. That's, again, is the difference where people under pressure, they would probably pull that back a little bit. He doesn't do that. He delivers the football on target, bringing up this 3rd and short.
That's the biggest thing right now. If they can go lone house backfield with Dressler, the same formation this time. Dressler in the gun all alone. Trips right, Twins to the left. 3rd and 3. Motions left to right. Snap is back. It's low. Ball's up. Ball's almost deflected. It's deflected and almost picked. Good pressure, Doug. That's what you talked about. He's got to have enough time to get rid of it.
Pressure by Hayden Packer up the middle, but then Tate Seekers from the edge. Believe Tate got the hands on it again. Almost the interception there by Brady Jordan on the dive attempt. Interesting call here. They're out near the 50-yard line, while 42. I think they're thinking about going for it.
Well, and this year, Dressler's had a couple of pooch punts. He's a good athlete. So, they have the opportunity. Trips right. He is in the gun. He's a little deeper than normal. Twins left. They're going to try to draw him off. Hard count, ball's back. Ball's thrown. They caught him. They caught him sleeping. Pass complete to number 8, Andrew Deal. And that was a great read, Doug.
No, he did step back further, and we got a penalty at the end of this. This is going to add 15 more yards at the end of that play. That's going to be a personal foul, or after the fact, he's going to go against Brady Jordan because he's asking, what did I do? So this officiating crew, they want to make sure that this game stays under control. So not only does Mifflinburg convert on 4th down, you're going to get 15 yards added after the play. So the penalties have hurt Jersey Shore thus far in the ballgame.
Well, my concern there was with Dressler being your quarterback, and they've watched film on him pooching the ball this year, but he was only a yard deeper than normal. He read that slot uncovered because obviously our return game was back, deep safety, and he read that well. So 1st down, tack on the incidental after the play. Not sure who that was on, maybe Jordan, but the Bulldogs have got to get discipline. That'll be 1st and 10 inside Bulldog territory on the 21. Dressler in the gun again. Single back to his left is Deal. Twins left, Twins right. Ball's back. The handoff to Deal. He gets the edge. He's quick, but no, not quick enough. Not quick enough. Tackled on the play by number 31, Tate Seacrest. Now, what I've noticed tonight that's a little different, Doug, is Jersey Shore's jawing a little bit. I love the intensity. I love swagger. but you got to play under control.
Absolutely, no question about it. Got to keep things under control, both mentally and verbally as well. Tate Sechrist, if fans here didn't like it, threw the running back deal down pretty hard, but hey, he wasn't down on the ground yet, so you threw him down right in front of the official. Clean play, but a hard tackle by Tate Sechrist.
And not a horse collar either. Dressler preferring to be in the gun, flying solo, trips to the left, twins to the right, ball's back, immediately gets rid of it over the middle to the big man. His biggest target, the 6'7", number 18, Kyler Troop.
And not only is Troop big, he's a good athlete, plays both offense and defense, so he's not only 6'7", but he's obviously a good enough athlete to play on the defensive side. Heck of a target there, nice delivery. Again, best quarterback that I've seen in regard to veteran quarterback, big guy that can deliver it like your prototypical type college quarterback. Troy Dressler, he's good.
He is very good. And you know something right now, Jersey Shore not having an answer for the quick release when Dressler's alone in the gun. So now trips right, twins left, Dressler alone in the gun. 3rd and 9. Ball's back, it's low, but he gets it. Ball's up, thrown over the middle, wide open. Wide open. And Troop wishes he could have that back.
Well, that's tough. Brady Jordan was with him, but he was behind him. And you can't let a big guy like Troop get in front of you, because if he gets in front of you, he's got the advantage at 6'7", no question about it. So if that ball would have been on target just a little bit high even for Troop, Brady Jordan can't get around him to try and make a play from the athlete perspective. So a little bit errant throw there, first one we've seen from Dressler, other than obviously the pick six.
Right now, 4th and 9. Ball is on the 20. This is obviously 4-down territory. You think you'll see a hard count, Doug?
Be interesting to see if they can get some free yards.
Dressler flying solo in the gun. Trips right, twins left. Ball's back. Good pressure. Up the middle. Wide open. Not looking back for the football. Not looking back for the football. Mifflinburg wanted to hold, but to be truthfully honest with you, they were not in sync. Quarterback, receiver were not in sync on that play.
Wow, pressure right in the face of Dressler there. Coach Alex Jackson, just like they've done all season in the past couple of years, they're not going to let the quarterback stand back there and have a chance to figure out where he wants to throw the football. Even though Dressler, as a veteran quarterback, he can deliver the ball extremely quickly under pressure there. He really didn't have time through that one before he wanted to.
Trips left, single to the right, Jordan in the gun, Hayden Packer to his right. Look at him to keep it. Look for him to keep it. He does keep it. Picks up a couple, Doug. Tough to see from this angle.
Good fake there, real tight with Hayden Packer. Didn't pull that one out so the defense couldn't see him. Able to pick up some really positive yards there, almost 5-6 on first down.
Second and a long 5. Jordan in the gun, trips right. He keeps it. He's all alone. He's gone. 40, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. To the house. Big break. I don't see flags, Doug.
All the credit there to the left side of that offensive line. Jared Palski, Owen Vanderuff, Dyson Delaney. They set that all up. Huge hole for Brady Jordan, just like on the right side for the first touchdown run that was called back left side. When he broke through, he was not going to be caught all the way for the touchdown.
We've talked about this. You've got to pick your poison. Thunder or lightning, and that time Jordan made a great read. Hole big enough to drive a truck through. Snap is down. Kick is up off the foot of Breck Miller. Officials' hands go vertical. That's a touchdown, Doug. 14-0 here in the first quarter, 6:19 left. Let's talk about some sponsors.
I'll tell you, sponsors all year long, and again, we're now in the halfway point of the season. Come on board for the second half of the season, and always keep in mind for the playoffs as well. That's a whole new season where we're going to need sponsorships if we can bring you the video and at least the audio all throughout, hopefully what will be a long playoff run. But again, the Wadsworth family, River Valley Internet, really appreciate all the things that they do. Pennycraft Rural Services for the pregame, timeouts, Three Brothers Moving, and the upcoming kickoff. Joe's Equipment, Cement Drive, Jersey Shore, right off of Route 220. Give them a call, 570-398-1391. We'll get to a scoreboard here as we get through the first quarter.
Jersey Shore doing some untimely things in that first quarter, the first half of the first quarter, as far as penalties and so forth. But boy, are they electric and explosive. Breck Miller kicks off again. This is going left, line drive, hits the up man. He picks it up 25, gets to the outside. He's snowed in. So really no pickup after the pickup. But, good coverage. Again, Jersey Shore jawing a little bit after the play.
Return man there, Jarrett Miller, who ran earlier in the ball game. Nice job to field that line drive. So maybe Breck is going to do that. Do the line drive right up the middle rather than try and kick it deep. Keep it on the field because now you've pinned your opponent inside their own 25-yard line. That's a 10-yard difference. That's big for the defense.
Yeah, they don't all have to be touchbacks. They don't all have to be pretty. Right now, Mifflinburg starting at their own 25-yard line, down 14-0. Dressler in the gun. This is the look they've had the most success out of in the gun. Number 12, Dressler. Trips right, twins left. Motion right to left. Ball thrown immediately to the flats. Missed the tackle, but no. Cleanup duty is Connor. Griffin is there. Give Peacock credit. He went for the ankles, went for the shoestring tackle, but he did slow the receiver down.
That Wortman, very nice receiver. We don't have all their heights and weights, but he's probably at least 6'1", 6'2", so he's a great matchup on the offensive side for this Bulldog defensive secondary that you talked to Coach Gravish about. Really focus on them. Connor Griffin doing a great job, not fooled at all, coming in after the missed tackle. Really solid tackle on that play.
They've had some success over the middle getting guys open. Dressler in the gun, trips right, twins left. Snap is back. Packard is in there all alone. So they're going to go to the screen package, and he just dropped it. And I'll tell you something, Doug. He catches that ball. He's running right now.
I'm not sure if he could run all the way because I'm not sure how fast Troop is at 6'7", but that was a jailbreak. And it's so hard. Once you're underway as a defensive player, you can't stop and go back. You're going to try and get there before the quarterback can deliver it or knock it down. But that's something, again, we haven't seen against Jersey Shore, a team running a really good middle screen, which can be hugely effective.
When we talk about that, if Jersey Shore is vulnerable at times when they stack the box, it's the center of the field. And on that particular play, we did stun a couple guys, but they let us in on that screen, and Troop just dropped it. So 3rd and 10, ball on the 25, Dressler's in the gun. He's going to roll right, looking for the flats, has a man open. It's nearly picked off by Peacock. Tried to climb the ladder and just couldn't bring it down.
What's interesting is with a receiver like Troop, who's so big at 6'7", Dressler is used to throwing the ball high to allow him to be the only player to make a play on it. But that one even a little bit higher under pressure, off his hands. Cooper Peacock almost coming up with his second interception of the ball game, but forces Mifflinburg to punt this one away.
Mason Schneck punting, number 86. Peacock and Jordan to return. Kick is away off the foot of the left. It's low and it's on the line. Peacock fumbles it, picks it up. He's got a block. He's got to cut it back. Really a bad break. That was a low line kick, Doug. If he catches that, he's got 15 to 20 yards before he's touched.
Really nice tackle there on special teams in the open field, because if he gets by number 53, who I don't have on my roster, he would have probably got another 10 yards out near the 50.
So the Bulldogs still have good field position. Excellent stand there defensively against the potent Dressler attack at quarterback with the receiving core that he has for Mifflinburg. But the Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 on their own 43. Trips left, single right. Packard in the gun. Jordan in the gun. Packard hits a handoff to the left side. He makes a cut, makes one man miss, lowers the boom out across midfield.
Be interesting to see if Shore gets into that hurry-up offense, and they are right back on the line of scrimmage. Probably the first time that Mifflinburg has seen the cargo all year long.
Just across midfield, Jordan in the gun. Left to right goes motion. Hands off on the jet sweep. Good blocks. Gets to the outside. Makes one man miss. Oh, and that's a helmet tackle. They're not going to call it. Not a face mask. But to be honest with you, surprised that's not a horse collar.
First down, Elijah Jordan, he said, hey, we'll take it. Real hard physical tackle there, up around the head, but no flag there. Jersey Shore, they are ready to go.
1st and 10, they're rolling in the NASCAR. Jordan in the gun, hands off again to Packard. Packard all alone. Almost just had a little bit of daylight. Thought he was going to break that one.
Good recovery there by the linebackers of Mifflinburg to hold that to a fairly short game. Almost 6, though, on first down.
Mifflinburg unable to substitute because Jersey Shore just keeps rolling. 2nd and 4 on the Mifflinburg 44. Brady Jordan in the gun, trips left, fakes the handoff to Packard. He's just going to follow him to the outside, gets a move, makes a man miss, gets a block. Looks like it's going to be a first down, Doug. He did get across the 45.
Good recovery there by Sean Gradotes. It looked like Jordan was going to be able to get by him. But you can see, Nate, Mifflinburg has athletes. They can make plays in the open field.
Very athletic, east to west. Single back is Packer. He gets the handoff up the middle. He gets stoned.
First time we've seen the interior of that Mifflinburg defense able to make a really, really solid play led by Chase Akeley on that play.
Trips left, 2nd and 9, single to the right, Packer to the right. No, that's Seacrest. Seacrest with a burst. And you know what? He runs with reckless abandonment. We talked about that. Fresh legs in there on offense looks very different.
Really runs with purpose, does Tate Seacrest. Just an outstanding ball game from the running back position the last 2 weeks. A couple weeks ago, over 100 yards, but no score. Got a couple in last week.
Twins left single to the right. Lone back is Seacrest. Fakes the handoff to Seacrest. Jordan keeps it, and he's not down. He just fell down. So he does get a first down. Good pickup by the Bulldogs.
Really nice job there. Good fake by Brady Jordan early in this ball game. Held that in. Tate Seacrest pulled it out at the last second.
Trips right, single left. Packard. No, that's Jordan. Jordan keeps it. He gets hit hard by that Mifflinburg front. That's number 5.
And Menendez, he's tough. He's a fire plug in there. Really has a big, solid base from that linebacker position.
2nd and 7. Seacrest in the backfield. Jordan, pitch relationship, gets the pitch. It's the pure option, and he's going to take it to the house. Lowers the shoulder, crosses the plane. We talked about that, Doug, this year. Not always having a good pitch relationship, but they've cleaned that up some this past couple weeks.
Really have done a nice job with that. We've seen Brady Jordan and Hayden Packer run that much better the last couple weeks. That's really the first time, Nate, I think we've seen him run that with Tate Seacrest, but had the spacing that you wanted, held it. Brady Jordan did, took a big hit on that play. Tate Seacrest, he is becoming a force running the football.
And that was just a burst. He was at full speed when he got that pitch. Palski to Peacock. The Breck Miller kick low on a line, but it's good, Doug. 21-0. What a night here. Just when you think it's going to be a sleeper, the Bulldogs just come unglued.
Well, you know, Mifflinburg's a team, Nate, coming in that averages just under 40 points a game, 39.8. A lot of time to go. We'll see if they get close to that number. Yards per game, over 350, 362. They've only given up 132.5 yards per game, so their defense has really played well. But again, first real quality opponent for either team. Right now, the Jersey Shore Bulldogs have the best of that quality matchup.
I think what we tend to take it, for granted sometimes is also our overall team speed. We don't have necessarily one burner, but we have 5 or 6 guys on either side of the football that run extremely well. Breck Miller's going to kick off. He's kept them low to begin the night. This one's going to go high and hang up and deep. It goes to number 8. That's Deal. Deal makes a man miss, but no, right there, and that's 36. I'll tell you, he's coming into his own. Max Engel, the junior.
Getting more and more playing time as so many of the non-starters do for Jersey Shore, getting to play in the first half, third quarter, fourth quarter, and that really benefits him. Max has been a regular guy on the special teams all season long. Didn't take any fake there, just solid hit on the special team kickoff return inside the 20. That's where you want to pin your opponent.
And really, when he touched that football, he was only able to get 9 yards, so great coverage by the pursuit of that front kicking game for the Bulldogs. The same 5 guys on the line. Dressler's in the gun, single back to his right. Motions right to left is Deal. Snaps back. Draw. Not much there, Doug. Maybe a yard.
Oh, we've talked about it all season long, probably a little bit as nauseum for our listeners, but Jersey Shore in the first 3 ball games only allowed 45 total rushing yards. Schick had a little bit more than last because they had a couple long runs at the end of the game. So say about 100 yards in 4 games, really super impressive. This first-team defense, unless somebody breaks one through, they are tough to run the football against. And Mifflinburg, that's not what they like to do.
Mifflinburg looking to break out. They're going to have to go up top. Dressler in the gun. 6 down lineman. Snaps, fumbled. We talked about that. He's on it. He's on it. Rooney held up.
We saw that a couple times last year from the Jersey Shore side where that snap was just a little bit errant. That was way to the left of Dressler. That's a tough place to play. Inside the 10-yard line, again, Jersey Shore defense has not allowed something like that to happen. Dirk Stetz, he's tried to get substituted. He's like, I'm not coming out. He sent this reserve back off the field. I've never seen that.
The general. He must have ate good last night at the Elks. I'll tell you, he probably had a double portion because he's fit to be tied.
Owen Vanderhoof trying to come in. He said, sorry, Owen, I'm staying.
It's too early. It's too early. Bad snap that time. Dressler under center, hands off to Deal. Deal tries to get to the outside. Nothing doing. Tate Seacrest came hungry tonight with his lunch pail.
I tell you, if Tate Seacrest is not an all-state defensive player, that will be a travesty. I've said it at the end of last year And all of this season, while this Bulldog team overall is super good on defense, Tate Sechrist is one of the best defensive players I've seen in a long time.
86 back to punt inside his own end zone. Mason Schnack gets it away, left-footed. It's low. It's going to hit and bounce right to Peacock. Peacock gets it on the line, has some daylight, breaks it to the outside, breaks it back inside. They're going to call a clip. They're going to call a block in the back, and he held up.
Connor Griffin did everything he could to not touch, and he did touch the defender, but he didn't move him. But that's going to be 15 yards instead of inside the 30, going to be out near the 50, but still half the field to go here coming up for the Jersey Shore Bulldog offensive team.
You know, the second or third penalty tonight that negates some yards, and 15 here and 15 there, and a little John after one play. So that block in the back, though, that was more charades than it was anything, and the officials just calling it tight. And I know one thing. The Bulldogs are going to play aggressive. Some of these penalties tonight, he did try to hold up. They call it a 15-yard, I guess, block in the back. So Jersey Shore loses some yards, negates some of that pickup by Peacock, but still excellent field position. Ball on the Mifflinburg 44. Jordan in the gun. Packer back in. Fakes the handoff. They're going to go up. Watch out. Big hit. That's number 22 bringing the hit. Caden Net on that tackle. Looks like he's only a ninth grader, Doug.
They have a couple freshmen that definitely get some playing time, and Net definitely has the size. Very nice sized kid. 5'8", around 175. Brady Jordan just never saw him. Was looking to the left the whole way. First big sack given up in a long time.
So that brings up 2nd and 16 with a loss of 6 on that play. Jordan the gun hands off to Packer. Packer breaks back the other way. He lowers his shoulder. Good tackle by 24. Went low. He's still rumbling and stumbling. Big pickup on that play.
Jackson Griffith with the initial hit, but they have to know Hayden Packer doesn't go down easy and got a couple extra yards at the end of that play. Bringing up a 3rd and manageable for Jersey Shore. That's going to be the last play of quarter number 1. Great quarter for the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. You're listening to high school football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Close to 40 years serving the Jersey Shore area community, All Round Tire, your hometown service and tire sales center. Family owned and operated, All Round Tire features Cooper and many other tire brands, including Michelin and Firestone. Make us your first choice, not only for passenger light truck, farm, and ag tires, but also for service, brakes, exhaust, belts, and hoses. And we offer the only vulcanized flat repairs in the area. PA State Inspection 2, open weekdays 8 till 5, Saturday till noon, All Round Tire. Cement Hollow Road, Jersey Shore.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly back to start this second quarter. A full 12 minutes back on the clock. Jersey Shore up 21-0, facing a 3rd and 7 on the Mifflinburg 41. Jordan in the gun, Packer to his right, trips right, single, Connor Griffin to the left. He's going to keep it. He's going to throw it. And that's Peacock in the flats, pulls it in. That's going to be a first down.
Nice controlled play there by the offense and Brady Jordan. Nice pattern by Cooper Peacock to know where he had to go for that first down. Good delivery from the quarterback.
And they're in the fast car. Jordan in the gun. Single back is Packer. Packer gets the handoff. Makes one cut. He's going north and south. Puts the leg in. 5. Touchdown. Packer. No flags on the play. Just that quick. We talk about going vertical. You talked about that in week 1. Plant the foot and get north and south.
Well, and Hayden Packer normally does exactly that, but I'll tell you, Nate, that was the biggest burst of speed I saw from Hayden Packer. You said he was limping a little bit at the end of that quarter. He said, hey, I'm fine. I'm going all the way for the touchdown. Great burst up the middle. Great job again by the line to create the hole.
Greg Miller, all-state kicker on. Palski, long snap to Peacock. Kick is up. The kick is good. So 4 for 4 on the night. 33 for 34 coming into tonight. Did miss a couple field goals last week, but he's leading the area in points with kicks.
No, he does just a super job. We give him a little grief over the kickoffs every now and then, but I tell you, he had a rough game last week in regard to the field goals. Kind of pulled one to the left, very makeable from mid-20s, and then tried a real long one and had the distance, but again, pulled it to the left. Kicks he can make, but boy, the PATs, knock on wood, he's been money. I tell you, got to give credit to the guys up front. Palski, Dirk Stetz, Zach Rooney, Dyson Delaney, and Owen Vanderruff. Tate Sechrist and Loomis from the tight end position. They are doing a super job against a pretty good defensive front for Mifflinburg. Right now, the Wildcats, Nate, they cannot stop the rushing game of the Bulldogs.
Well, and what it is, when you come into a game 4-0 and you've been able to basically pick your own medicine and play successful this year, they've not seen this. Line kick is deep, sends Deal deep, brings it out, and he's just hammered at about the 19.
Peyton Samar, Elijah Jordan down. Jersey Shore, the kids love to play on the special teams, along with Bo Sechrist, the freshman in there, getting some fresh legs. This is a super job. They're not allowing the playmaker of the opposing team, in this case Deal, to get that open field they need to be effective, just not allowing them to do that.
Stone Sechrist in, alternating with Samar tonight at backer. Packard still at backer. Griffin, Brady Jordan, Cooper Peacock, and Dathan Tyson to cover this passing attack. Twins left, trips right. Dressler back in the lone gun. Motion left to right. Get some pressure right up the gut. Pass is complete. Pass is complete for a pickup of a few.
Dathan Tyson on the coverage there again. Wortman, we talked about him. He's a good receiver. He's really got good size, about 6'2", maybe around 175, 180. He seems to be Dressler's favorite target other than the big guy, Kyle Tripp. Good delivery there on first down, second and short.
Yeah, and he had to go there. He had no secondary option because the pressure was coming. The heat was on. Packard was in his face again. But he get a nice delivery for a pickup of 5 or 6 yards there. So it's going to bring up what they call a 2nd and 4. Dressler in the gun, single back, Twins right. Lineman moved. Flinch.
Hard count, got your own guy to flinch before the defense was able to come across, so they're going to give back 5 yards. So instead of second and about 3-4, going to be second and about 8 or 9, fairly deep in your own territory. You know, if you're Mifflinburg, you're right on the border where this game could get out of control in a hurry. If you make a mistake and the defense takes her, you set up offense up on a short field, all of a sudden, Nate, it's 35-0 with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Mifflinburg, they did not expect this tonight for sure.
Right, and so with the inexperienced linemen, some of the starters out, that's what happens. Dressler in the gun, trips right, Twins left, snaps back. Dressler looks right. He's getting flushed. Ball over the middle to Troop. Boom, hit, brought down. But a nice design play. We talked about that. Packer put Dressler on the ground. Clean hit, not late, but a nice pickup.
Really nice middle screen. Tried it earlier and an errant throw there on target. That'd be something interesting to see if at halftime Alex Jackson can make an adjustment to that where you don't allow that middle of the field to get so wide open. But you know, it's tough, Nate. You still have to cover the wide guys. You still got to send somebody out there to get them.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're spreading the field as wide as they can. So on 3rd and 4, single back, Twins right. Look for the hard count. Snaps back to Dressler in the gun. He's going to look to roll over the middle. He has Deal. He throws back across the middle. Ball's up for grabs. Overthrown. Deal open early. Tended for Gradetsky. Incomplete pass. So right now, with the field position, they're going to be forced to punt.
And it was interesting there at the end. You had 2 receivers, Deal and Gradetsky, kind of coming together in the middle of the field. Maybe they're just making a play on the football. Not sure who that was intended for, but if you're Coach Dressler, you have to kick this away. You cannot go forward on 4th and 3 from this territory. But you know what? In that pooch position again.
And that's what he's going to do. Now that they come up, he's going to pooch it. They hit him, but he got it away. So no harm, no foul. In some ways, listen, they still have good field position, 35-yard line, but that's really cat and mouse for Mifflinburg, and that's wise. You know, they're going to say, hey, you're going to come up, we're going to punt it. You're going to stay back, we're going to throw it.
Usually you don't have your quarterback punting the football, and if you do, it really does give you an advantage. If you're Jersey Shore, hey, we want to score any way we can. Doesn't make any difference. We want to continue what we're doing. Keep that pressure on the defense of Mifflinburg, which right now has not been able to stop the running game of the Bulldogs.
If you're just tuning in, Jersey Shore really able to get in the fast car on that last drive, score quickly. Jordan in the gun, Packer to his left. Tight Twins and trips Twins to the right and left. Motion comes right to left. Fakes the handoff, fakes the jet sweep. He's going to keep it. Jordan up the middle, makes a man miss, and he is stout. We talked about that, Doug, all year. They think he's going to go down easy, and he never does.
No, and he's learned to just maybe shift in the hole a little bit where the defender's on there. Brady's not a big, tall guy. Hard to see him, hard to bring him down.
2nd and 1, trips right, single back. Jordan in the gun. He's going to go up top. He's looking deep, throws low, and it's complete. Coming back for the football. Cooper Peacock did a really nice job of sitting down in the zone and then coming back to his quarterback.
Exactly the same pattern that they picked up a first down with on the last play, and a much longer need to get yardage. Good delivery there again.
Trips to our side, Doug. Trips left, single right, handoff up the middle. Not going down. He's just dragging people. That was Hayden Packard on the carry.
Lucas Whitaker there, Mifflinburg's best defensive player. Really haven't called his name a whole lot tonight. Jersey Shore's up front guys have really done a super job against him. And I missed one last time I knew it did. Luke Springman. How can you miss him?
The spring man. Trips left. Jordan in the gun goes immediately to Elijah Jordan. The effects. Gets a block. He sprung. He's going to go. 20, 15, 10, 5. Down to the pylon. They signal him out of bounds. At the pylon. Did you see that burst after the block?
Super little wide receiver screen there, and Elijah Jordan, no hesitation at all. He was a little bit short, tackled right at the end of the ball game there by Jackson Griffin, but a little wrinkle in the offense there for the Bulldogs.
And that's something we really haven't seen all year. Gravish talked about that in the pregame. He talked about, listen, we got plays we want to run, we just haven't been able to run them, and right there you saw the electricity. First and goal. Jet sweep, but Jordan cuts it back, breaks the plane in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Big hit.
Ball came out, but he had already passed the goal line. Again, you just like in any college pros, you just have to get it to the goal line and you're in. No question about the fact that he was in. They reward Elijah Jordan. Came up a yard or two short after the screen play and run. There he gets it on the 1-yard touchdown rush.
After that touchdown, Breck Miller on. Peacock is his holder. Palski, the ball's back. The kick is up. Breck Miller is money. So another great kick. That's 5 tonight for him. He's 5 of 5. 8:39 to go here in this second quarter, and you talked about the dam breaking and how things could get ugly quickly.
Well, how will a team respond? So Mifflinburg now, you're a quality opponent, and you realize, hey, these guys in black and orange, they're pretty good on both sides of the football. They're shutting us down offensively, which hasn't happened. They came in, again, averaging just under 40 points. They had outscored their opponents 159-28. So already Jersey Shore has put up more points in less than 2 quarters than 4 teams have put up in 4 full games. So the Bulldog offense humming tonight, adding a few things. Nate will look real quick at the scoreboard. Irv's Meat Market brings you the scoreboard. 229 South Main Street in Jersey Shore. Most games, and we'll get them after the Breck Miller kickoff because they are ready to go.
35-0. Breck Miller for the Bulldogs kicking the ball. The ball is deep. And that's Deal. He fumbles it on the 5, picks it up, trying to get out. Big pressure, big hit. We'll see who that number is. Number 33 on the tackle. I believe that's another Sechrist. That's Stone.
Done a nice job. The senior missed all the last year, most of it with that broken hand. Really coming back, playing solid with Peyton Samar from the linebacker position. One quick scoreboard. Selinsgrove up on Shikellamy 7-0 in the Battle of the River Valley game. Battle of the Valley, I think they call it. 7-0 Seals in the second quarter of that ball game.
So after the Breck Miller kickoff, 8.5 to go here in the second quarter. Dressler's in the gun, 2 backs, left and right, singles right and left. Ball's back, quick pass to the flats. That's to number 2. He's not going anywhere, and that's what they're going to have to resort to, these quick passes. I'd think they'd try to attack that middle again, but right now, don't have an answer.
Now, Wortman, again, he's the favorite receiver after Deal. Deal, up to this point, again, knock on wood if you're a Jersey Shore booster, he has not been a contributor on the offensive side hardly at all. They've not looked his way a whole lot, looked more toward Troop and Workman.
Sechrist and Andrus are the ends for the Bulldogs. Dressler in the gun, single back. Will be to his left. That's number 8, Deal. Tight twin to the right, single left. Snap is back. Handoff direct up the middle. And just, again, we've seen this all year. Touches the handoff 2-3 yards deep in the backfield is where the tackle's made.
Zach Rooney, Luke Springman, Tate Sechrist all on the left side of that defensive line. Yielded a little bit, but then closed it, really held that to no gain. Just that line has been stout all season long. They've really just done such an outstanding job.
Well, I just had a moment where I was just thinking, put yourself in the shoes of these teams when they face an Alex Jackson defense A 5-2 stack in the box. Good secondary coverage, people. It's got to be very difficult emotionally. Dressler in the gun, 2 backs. Singles left and right, balls back, low snap. He's going to throw the ball up for grabs. It's to 2, and it's batted down. Connor Griffin was on the spot. You said it last. Number 2 is the intended receiver. Zach Wertman is the guy they want to go to.
What you do see, Nate, even with an experienced veteran quarterback, coach's son in Dressler, he's feeling the pressure. He just threw that up for grabs. It was so high in the air, it was like a punt. Connor Griffin couldn't time the jump well enough to get up for the interception and just knocked that one away. Dressler is getting pressure he hasn't seen all season long.
You're right, and he threw that off his back foot. So lots of pressure from the Bulldogs. Punting team is on, 86. Mason Schreck, the punt left-footed. Pressure, it's kicked, sends Peacock back. Peacock to midfield, 50, 45, 40, 35. I hope that's a face mask because they're gonna call a hold.
There's only 4 defenders that Peacock ran through.
Right.
If that's against the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, it's happened before any of that. But the Bulldogs are going back like that's going to be a penalty against them. Again, we can't see it. You have to see that one on tape. Yep. So that is a hold or a personal foul against the Bulldogs. So again, great return by Cooper Peacock. He is very determined, hard to bring down on those return punts. So again, we'll take it. Going to send it back right about. Actually, it'll go into Jersey Shore territory at about their own 45. That's a 10-yarder.
Well, I'd like to see the film because there wasn't a Bulldog around Peacock. There was nothing but white jerseys, and they were getting run over. So it is what it is. Jersey Shore still starting at midfield, 1st and 10. The Dogs are hungry, up 35-0. Packer to his left, Jordan in the gun, trips right, single left. They're going to go up top. Fake and go. Connor Griffin, ball's up, poorly thrown. Griffin's there, he timed it perfectly. Griffin makes a great catch, tackled inside the 25. So that time, Doug, he's playing offense, not defense, and makes a great grab.
Yeah, not a great throw because Brady Jordan was feeling the pressure from behind and really couldn't set his feet, rolling to his left. Great recovery there by Connor Griffin. He's so easy to forget how good of an offensive player he can be.
Great catch by Griffin on that play to move the chains inside Mifflinburg territory down to the 24, 1st and 10. Jordan all alone, and he's dangerous here. Quick pass to the flats. Oh, too low, and I'll tell you what, he gets that on the money. He had a crack in the seam. So hard to defend. Peacock could have been to the house.
Yep, coming to the middle. It's a tough throw. You need to get it out there. People don't realize how long of a throw that is from your quarterback position all the way out to those wideouts.
Someone's got to buy Jordan a bigger towel. In the gun, Jordan. He keeps it. He keeps it all alone. He breaks it outside, makes a man miss. 5. Touchdown. Just that quick, Doug. It's the definition of insanity. The fluid nature. I don't even like the word fluid, but I don't know how else to describe it. They just flow. It's effortless. It's just like a dance.
Great to see from this angle. We had the perfect angle to see the holes opening up and to see Brady Jordan's vision, what he's seeing, able to guide it in. Mifflinburg defense, they are on their heels.
Palski back to Peacock. The hold is high, but it's down. Breck Miller's kick is up and just inside the goalpost. That's good. Doug.
Nate will go back to the scoreboard.
Go ahead, absolutely. Sponsors.
Cut them out. Herbs Meat Market again. Haven't really given it all throughout the ball game. Only have a couple of updates, but again, Herbs Meat Market bringing the scoreboard all season long. Go see them. Specialized meats, cheeses, all good quality stuff. 229 South Main Street, Jersey Shore again. Sealands Grove up on Chickalimi in the Battle of the Valley. Second quarter, 7-0. No score in Central Columbia. Lewisburg, Danville over Southern Columbia, 14-7. That should be a great ball game in the second quarter. Don't have a score on Milton Holy Redeemer. Milton should win that one big. Mount Carmel up on Bloomsburg, 7-0 in the first quarter. And let's see, Susquehanna over Line Mountain, 13-7. Montoursville 3, Bald Eagle area, and a good matchup down the road here outside of Williamsport in the second quarter as well. And Shamokin over Central Mountain, who we'll see at the end of the season, 7-0 in the second quarter.
The Breck Miller kickoff, line drive, hits the turf, picked up by Deal. He's out to the 20, makes a man miss. He's got wheels. And that's just how quick he gets 10 yards, Doug.
First time we saw the Jersey Shore special teams miss a tackle there. Brody Herr was in on it, not able to get Deal down. You can see why he's an effective player. Almost scored it through there. Good field position out near their own 30.
Deal gets up, a little dinged up after that carry. He earned that last 10. So Jersey Shore, if you're just tuning in, is up 42-0. 6 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's just at times like the offense is just so explosive, Doug. On the ground, through the air. They can do just about anything, even with the penalties.
Great mix of plays called by Coach Gravish and his staff tonight.
Single back beside Dressler is number 5, Jonathan Melendez. Twins motion right to left. Dressler gets the ball away quickly. It's picked off again. Peacock to the house. Unbelievable, Doug. You know, I'm going to tell those at home a little story about last night, about my appreciation for Tom Gravish and the program. Showed up to do the interview, and Peacock had his shoes unlaced, and he was going to head home, and Gravish says, "You owe me some sprints for the penalty the other night." Okay? He laced him back up, ran it, said, "Thanks, Coach." And he left the field, and they went and they had dinner. And I thought, you know something? Doesn't matter what your last name is. You're developing men of character and integrity, and that's just an example of knowing your assignments, reading your keys, and busting the play up.
I tell you, really reading the keys early in this ball game. Again, the good defense, Coach Alex Jackson, and the players making the plays. That play, Cooper Peacock, full speed all the way into the end zone. They're making a good quarterback look bad. That was not a good throw in regard to the read, but that's a better read by the defense. And again, it's always interesting. These are still high school age kids. We see it every Saturday. We'll see it tomorrow. Penn State, Central Michigan. These are, 18 to 24-year-old kids. These are 14 to 18-year-old kids. When things start going against them and people got it rolling, I tell you, the Jersey Shore defense, they came to play saying, hey, yeah, this quarterback's good. He's a Division I athlete in baseball. We're going to show him what a good defense is tonight, and they are doing so. Great interception and return by Cooper Peacock.
And I think what's scary is with the specialties, this team can return punts and kicks to the house. They can return fumbles to the house. We've seen interceptions to the house. Their defense is good enough without that. Then you add those sprinkles on top. It's like goodness. Breck Miller's kick is high and deep. It's to number 7 this time. That's to Anthony Troop. Tackled down just at about the 20-yard line. So he did his best to get some field position. Mifflinburg not having great field position all night.
No, something we've seen all season long. Special teams and defense really forced the team to go almost the full length of the field. They're going to start from their own 20-yard line. Great tackle there on special teams by Bo Sechrist, the freshman, getting more and more playing time. Again, we're going to see hopefully healthy Sechrist in the lineup for 3 more years to come.
And, the thing that impresses me, too, is the preparation. Tom talked about the preparation. I said, what do you have to do to play for my program? Because you got to know your assignments. You got to prepare. Jersey Shore not taking the week off. 2 picks to the house tonight by Peacock. Under center is Dressler. Single back.
Offense twitched there. We'll see if they call that against them. And they do. So procedure against Mifflinburg will set them back even 5 yards. Well, what's interesting, Nate, what you talked about with the defense, now they really say, hey, we're going to put even more pressure on you. You're down inside your own 20. We don't care if we're up 50-0. It's 49. We're going to keep putting the pressure on you, work on things that we're doing all the time we're in the ballgame.
And surprisingly enough, they get away from the fun package. No trips on this play. Singles right. Under the gun is Dressler again. Almost like they're just going to go to the ground game and tap out.
Well, they've got a whole half of their season to go, and what was really interesting, last year they finished 6-4, but they lost the game early in the season that they had a lead late, and then the last game of the season in their big rivalry game in the rain against Lewisburg, who won their 5 of their last 6, they lost 12-6 and missed the playoffs. So you got to, they're thinking, hey, listen, we don't want to do that. We're 4-0, we'll be 4-1 halfway through the season. We want to make a run to the AAA playoffs where they feel they can compete against the Danvilles and the Loyal Sox.
Dressler in the gun, power left. Melendez into the flats, looks over the middle. He's got number 2 wide open. They're going to go deep. That's Deal, and just overthrown. And just that quick, Doug, Jersey Shore fell asleep at the wheel.
They did, and you have Elijah Jordan in there against Deal. not really a position he plays as much as his brother Brady there. He took his eyes off of their most dangerous receiver and one of their best athletes, and he ran by him. And he was open. If that one's on target, deal goes for the touchdown. A little bit off target, a little pressure late in that play by the Bulldog guys up front.
And give credit, they put Melendez into the flats in motion and kind of became a fixture of what they were focused on, and that center of the field was wide open. So Mifflinburg, set-wise, given the defense here, the Bulldogs, some different looks. Dressler back in the gun. You can see the package, power left, motion right to left goes deal, single back, direct handoff up the middle, and Rooney is right there along with Packer. Big hit.
Zach Rudy, he's good too. I tell you what, he's an all-state defensive and offensive lineman guy. He doesn't get a lot of tackles because he just ties up so many people, and then Dirk Stett's coming in at the end of that play as well.
Just that quick. 4th and 15. 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. Mason Schneck back to kick. He's a lefty. Peacock and Jordan to receive. Very low kick. Bounces up to Peacock. Peacock breaks it to the outside. Dathan Tyson blocking. Cuts back as Peacock makes a man miss. Down the sideline, cuts back in the middle. He's not going down. What a nice run back by Peacock. Gets down to the 20.
And I have to give credit to Dathan Tyson. He had a couple penalties on those punts, and he saw the guy in front, made sure he had his hands where they were supposed to be, made a nice block to free Cooper Peacock initially. But again, short field for the Bulldog offense at your opponent's 30, 31-yard line. Unbelievable.
Very unbelievable. You know, Jersey Shore the last several series, too, controlling that line of scrimmage. Brady Jordan in the shotgun. Packer to his right. Trips left. Single right is Peacock. Play clock starts. Ball is back. Immediate pass to the flats. Elijah Jordan, but they snuff it out. He doesn't go down easy, though. But a nice initial hit by number 24, Jackson Gravish.
Went back to that little quick wide receiver screen, but a good reaction there by the Mifflinburg defense to hold that one to a very short gain, probably no gain on that play.
This is where the Bulldogs are so dangerous with a right-handed speedy quarterback. In the gun, fakes no, he gives it to Packard. Packard breaks it. Nice tackle. Looked like he broke that. He didn't.
Lucas Whitaker right there, again, the leading tackler for Mifflinburg, getting in on a couple nice solid plays for the defense.
Look for Jordan to keep this. Snap us back. He keeps it. Back up the middle. Makes a man miss. He's fumbles.
Yeah, and he did not get in, Nate. He was right at the goal line.
He was close, but she was short.
Yep, we're going down right at the goal line. Brady's kind of making his case, saying, hey, didn't I break? The official says, no, son, you're a little bit short. That one bounced all the way back to the 10-yard line.
Give Connor Griffin credit. Man, he was Johnny on the spot. Did not give up on that play and got on top of that football. So, in a roundabout way, it's 1st and goal from the 9. Jordan in the gun, motion left to right. Elijah Jordan gets the jet sweep. Packer blocks, cuts back. It's Jordan. They're going to call another hold.
Yeah, and Hayden Packer's a little bit frustrated there, kind of put his hands up, not trying to show up anybody, but he's like, I'm not sure, sir, I don't really think I did anything, but that one's going to come back, so that's going to cost at least 10 yards. Elijah Jordan right down to the goal line, had a nice lane. Jersey Shore, if you're Jersey Shore, you want to clean it up here. You still have just under 3 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Get over 50 points in first half. You want to keep the pressure on, Nate.
Did you notice I didn't comment on that last flag?
Very good.
Fifth Amendment. Okay?
That's right.
I'm just going to just silence. So Jersey Shore, it's 1st and goal from the 20. Trips left. Jordan in the gun, hands off. That's Packard all around the left side. Good block. Packard just lowers his shoulder, gets down to the 2-yard line. Did you notice the receivers didn't even want to touch anybody on that last
They did not. They were like doing the ole. Here you go. You go right past.
It was body on a body, but they had no limbs. They had no arms.
Good blocks out front there by Connor Griffin and Dyson Delaney to give Hayden Packer a lane to run to.
Jersey Shore making some big substitutions here. Griffin comes out. Elijah Jordan comes out. Looks like they're going to go to
Zach Rooney's going to run the football here.
We talked about this. Gravish talked about this. Rooney, he tripped. Rooney tripped. He's going to hear about this one all week long.
He's never going to let him live that down.
Listen, Rooney was leaving practice 2 weeks ago, and Coach Gravish said, Rooney, you're going to run the rock here soon. And he goes, really, Coach? He's going to try it again. Oh, gosh. Oh, it's a fumble. Rooney gets it. Rooney runs it. And he's in. Refrigerator Perry, Chicago Bears.
He is a big, tall guy. You don't realize that because you never see him. You see him stand up, obviously, but he's always down in the three-point stance. You don't realize when he's standing back there, Zach Rooney is a big man.
I've never seen a guy go across the goal line completely vertical with no shoulder lowered. But it wasn't pretty, but Rooney got his score. Hey, Gravish held good.
We'll take the .55. Zach Rooney gets on the board.
Palski to Peacock. Breck Miller, his kick is up, and he drilled that one. It's good.
Well, Nate, we've been surprised a number of times over the past couple of years. I really thought in week 2 against Selinsgrove, but again, we talked about that. They'll be a very good team at the end of the year, particularly their defense. Tucker Tietz was back last week. The Rumberger kid was back. And once they get their quarterback back, who I believe was supposed to come back this week or next for sure, they're going to be a pretty good ball club. So if Jersey Shore sees them, it'll be a completely different team than 63-0. I did not expect this here tonight because I thought Mifflinburg would be able to score. But this Jersey Shore defense, they have said, they've taken the challenge and said, hey, our first team is not allowed to score all season long. You're not getting one here tonight either.
And what's crazy is penalties galore again tonight. When they are able to get in the fast car, it's 1 or 2 or 3 plays and a score. Even on that last drive, Rooney, yes, you heard that right. Zach Rooney scores the touchdown. Breck Miller's kick is up. The kick is deep. The kick is caught at the 10-yard line by number 31. He's got wheels to the outside. Good run. Good run by number 31. That's Landon Murray, a ninth grader. He's a freshman, 5'9", 155 with good wheels, Doug.
We'll keep the scoreboard for halftime, Nate, because it'll probably be a little bit longer halftime with some of the homecoming festivities. Homecoming tonight here in Thompson Street Stadium, and the Bulldogs are rolling 56-0 over the Mifflinburg Wildcats, still not at the halftime break.
Even though there has been penalties galore tonight, Jersey Shore very explosive offensively, and the defense, as usual, pulling their weight. Dressler in the gun, backs to his right and left. Throws immediately to the flats. Pickett's a hook and ladder. Down the sideline is Deal. Touchdown, Mifflinburg. Nice play on the hook and ladder, Doug. You got to give him credit.
Absolutely. We saw Jersey Shore run that play early in the year, not for a touchdown, but a big gainer there. Good delivery to Workman. Andrew Deal, you can see why he leads the region, actually, from a position player in touchdowns with 12, now 13 coming into the ballgame. Thought Elijah Jordan was going to be able to get him right along the sidelines, but Deal able to kick out of that. So big play. First offensive touchdown against the first-team defense of Jersey Shore all season long.
Snap is back, hold is down. That's number 3. It's blocked. So give Mifflinburg credit. They drew up a play, trick play. They had to go to gadgetry. But whatever it takes, they're on the scoreboard.
Absolutely. Peyton Samar with the block on that special teams play. Nice job by him. But you're right, Nate. Hey, it doesn't matter. You get points on the board, get a little bit of positiveness if you're Mifflinburg before halftime, and the first score against the first team defense of Jersey Shore all season long. Hey, we'll take that week number 5 that your first team gives up their first touchdown of the year.
And even on this, watch for, the squib kick, the grounder. Don't expect to kick deep. You saw that earlier in the game where initially Dathan Tyson did get up, but they said his knee was down. So Jersey Shore started the first series with fairly poorly field position, but let's see what they can do. I think the offense probably wants to get one back.
Oh, absolutely, no question about it. You're seeing a couple substitution guys here in the special teams. Loomis is in there as well, and Slate Sechrist. I always forget. There's another one there, number 56, in here on the return game for the Bulldogs.
There isn't there, man. There's a lot of kids from that Sechrist family. They just keep coming, and of course, this Bulldog Nation's thankful for that. They've had some great athletes. Kick is up. The kick is squibbed. It's low. It's through the feet of Elijah Jordan. Elijah makes a cut. Gets back to the outside. Gets a big block. He's got a wall. He's got a wall. He's got good blocking.
Yep, flag on the field. This one's going to come all the way back. So the officials, they've been consistent, Nate. I didn't see that. I was watching Elijah Jordan make a really nice run out to midfield, but flags down, back around the 20, holding against the Bulldogs. This one's going to come all the way back and really pin Jersey Shore deep in their own territory. So what'll be interesting is, with that special teams penalty, not only do you negate a nice run after the initial fumble by Elijah Jordan, you're going to be pinned at your own 10-yard line. That probably, Nate, is the worst starting position for the Bulldog offense all season long.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and again, that flag thrown 25 yards after the play, behind the play. So the Bulldogs, it's Jordan under center. Left to right goes Connor Griffin. Pitches directly back to Elijah Jordan. Cuts back. Good surge by Mifflinburg. And that's the difference with field position, Doug. Bulldogs getting a little conservative, and that's okay.
Yep, nice tackle there by Lewis Whitaker. Again, he's their best defensive player, not fooled on that pitch sweep. Jersey Shore, they're going to slow it down here a little bit. Under a minute, clock running. Run a couple plays here, get into halftime.
Hook and ladder, Peacock. It's a draw. Tate Sechrist, that's just what they needed, just enough yards. Watch the hook and go to Peacock possibly on this next play.
Tate Sechrist, he has got a burst.
He's a burner. The first 10 to 15 yards, he's shot out of a cannon each and every handoff. 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Looking to the sideline for a play. They're gonna looks like they're gonna burn clock here. Snaps behind Jordan. Jordan gets to the outside. He got good blocking. Peacock springs him. Down the sideline goes Elijah Jordan. Cuts back. He's still running. 14 seconds to go. See if the Bulldogs go for another flag.
I tell you what, it really is the difference between Elijah Jordan as a freshman and Elijah Jordan this year as a sophomore. Last year he had the quickness and speed, but now he's adding the physicality. He really finishes off runs very, very hard. And again, it's going to come back, penalty against the Bulldogs. So the penalties have continued from last week till this week where they've hurt themselves. I tell you, Hayden Packer, Elijah Jordan, Tate Sechrist, and Brady Jordan running the football. I'm not sure if there's a team at any level with 4 better runners in the state of Pennsylvania. I know we're biased, but that's 4 really solid people that can run the football with authority for the Bulldogs.
I think my only question is, did PIAA redefine what a hold was this year? I guess that'd be my question. 12 seconds to go. Jordan under center. Left to right goes Peacock. It's a draw. It's a draw to Elijah Jordan. Elijah Jordan gets big chunk yards. That's going to be the end of the half, Doug. Nope, 0.9 seconds.
Yeah, they have to stop it for the first down, but they won't take another snap here. They'll get lined up. Well, they will. Yep, no, it runs out right here. Starts it as soon. So that'll be the end of the first half. Tremendous offensive and defensive performance. 2 pick sixes by Cooper Peacock highlighted. Jersey Shore Bulldogs 56, the Mifflinburg Wildcats 6. We'll take a break. You're listening to high school football, Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Today on Hey Culligan, soft water, cleaner environment. What do you say, Greg?
Hey Culligan, are you saying if I have a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, I'm also helping the environment?
It sounds like you're saying it, Greg, and yes you are, because with the Culligan high-efficiency water softener, you'll use less detergent, soap, and harsh chemicals, and that's good for the planet.
Now you're saying it.
You bet I am, Greg. Soft water and a cleaner environment is already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test from a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Fred Ham Incorporated has proudly served Lycoming and Clinton counties with residential and commercial trash removal since 1968. Family-owned company that cares about the environment and their customers. They provide extensive trash removal and recycling options, including bags, cans, dumpsters, even small and large roll-offs. They have a fleet of trucks for reliable pickup and convenient online bill pay. Call Fred Ham Incorporated today at 570-398-1814.
We tried Dynovite nutritional supplement, and after a couple of weeks, we noticed a big difference. Our little Gizmo's coat was shinier, and there was a lot less scratching and shedding.
My dog smelled and scratched constantly. We bathed and sprayed her, took her to the vet, but no results. Now, a little Dynovite in her food helps Bella keep her beautiful coat with no scratching or smell.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynovite.
First Quality in Lock Haven and Macallan is recruiting new team members. Receive competitive wages, $1.50 shift premium, insurances that begin day one, bonuses, and a team-oriented culture. There are immediate openings in Lock Haven and Macallan for full-time production, maintenance, and warehouse positions. To apply, go online to joinfq.com. That's joinfq.com. First Quality is an equal opportunity employer.
When it matters, companies need more than just a delivery service. Cintas delivers full service and the reliability that comes with having a dedicated Cintas service rep who understands your business, which means they deliver confidence and peace of mind too. For uniforms, cleaning essentials, mats, first aid and safety supplies, and fire protection services, discover the personal attention you get with Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Wouldn't it be great if you could get auto, power sports, RV, home, life, fire, commercial, farm, tenant, and or personal liability insurance all from one agency? Well, that's where Hafley Nationwide Insurance comes in. They can help protect what's important to you. So why not simplify your life? See Hafley Nationwide Insurance in Lock Haven. 570-748-2926. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Cutting Edge Country, WQBR, The Bear.
Nate Carpenter, it's halftime. Doug Byerly here. Jersey Shore Bulldog football. It's been a great first half. Dogs up 56 to 6 here. Mifflinburg able to score on the hook and ladder. Before we get to some of the stats in the first half, you want to talk about some of our sponsors and mention who's been so supportive this year of the network.
Halftime sponsor, Kevin Peacock Disposal, family-owned and operated, serving the eastern portion of Bear Country, providing top-notch service for 30-plus years. Get the kind of service you deserve. Free quotes available. Give Kevin Peacock Disposal a call at 570-745-7730. Really appreciative to Kevin Peacock and all the sponsors. Kevin doing our halftime sponsors, and Nate, great offensive stats. Listen to this. Offensively, Jersey Shore, first half, 351 yards rushing, led by Brady Jordan, 9 carries for 176.
Oh, wow.
And 2 TDs. Elijah Jordan, 6 for 42 and a touchdown. Tate Sechrist, 3 for 43 and a touchdown. Hayden Packer, 10 for 85 and a touchdown. And Zach Rooney, 2 for 1.
Oh, I love it, baby.
And a touchdown.
And
Gotta love that.
Well, the first attempt of his, it was a shoelace tackle, it was his own feet, but he got in there on the second play, so that was awesome.
351 yards, though, on the ground. Brady Jordan through the air, 7 for 8. Sacked one time, 82 yards, no passing touchdowns. Elijah Jordan with the receiving, 3 for 43 to Elijah. Kevin Peacock, 2 for 23, and Connor Griffin, 1 for 26. So spread it around a little bit there. Defensively, though, Nate, that probably is a story that really sets it up. After the initial touchdown by Brady Jordan that's called back, and they punt it away, Cooper Peacock on the first or second play, pick 6 for a touchdown, 11 yards, and then a 30-yard pick 6 in that first half. Good sprinkling. Zach Rooney leading the way with 4 individual tackles. Tate Sechrist as well. Tate actually has 5, so Zach with 4, Tate Sechrist with 5, leading the way for the Bulldog defense, but they've been solid. As expected, Mifflinburg can't run the football, and they're one-dimensional. And even with a great junior experienced quarterback, not really super effective in throwing the ball other than the hook and ladder at the end of the play to get them on the board. And also, your dad keeping the scoring tally. Jersey Shore time of possession, 10:31, put up 56 points. Mifflinburg time of possession, 13:29. Jersey Shore ran 35 offensive plays, Mifflinburg only 28. And again, Jersey Shore, the defense serving as offense tonight, 2 pick 6s for the touchdown. So thanks to Jim Carpenter and Coach Chris Davis for those stats. Great first half, Nate. What can you say? 56-6.
Absolutely. Hey, we'll be back right after this. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Since 1925, Erie Insurance has been providing protection for you and your family. Auto, home, life, business, and flood insurance, annuities too. Get a great price and the service you expect from Erie Insurance. Available from your local Erie agent, Fager Insurance Agency in Lock Haven, serving the area for the last 57 years. Call now. 570-748-3570 to get a free quote. Fager Insurance Agency, 511 East Church Street, Lock Haven, 570-748-3570.
Orangutans. They're beautiful, playful, and majestic, and disappearing. Every day, as many as 20 orangutans vanish. They starve to death when their homes are destroyed or are killed when they stray into villages in search of food. International Animal Rescue is fighting for the survival of the critically endangered orangutan. But we can't do it without you. Please visit internationalanimalrescue.org and help us save orangutans before it's too late. That's internationalanimalrescue.org.
For a great time, make it Bald Bird's Brewing Company in Jersey Shore. Enjoy 24 different beers in the family-friendly tap room where pets are welcome too, and a full selection of local spirits, wines, and specialty cocktails. Don't miss our weekly family game night and trivia night. Bald Bird's Brewing Company offers event space for meetings, weddings, and private and semi-private party spaces. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Bald Bird's Brewing Company, Schaefer Lane, Jersey Shore. Online at baldbirdsbrewing.com.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
B.A. Mikesell is a local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical contractor. With over 10 years servicing North Central Pennsylvania, B.A. Mikesell has built relationships with home and business owners in Jersey Shore and beyond. Trust B.A. Mikesell's trained electricians for all of your electrical needs. Take advantage of their industry-leading warranties. Call 570-398-7837 today to find out more. B.A. Mikesell Electric, a proud supporter of Jersey Shore sports.
WQBR, The Bear, Cutting Edge Country.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly back here, homecoming night. Week 5, Jersey Shore over Mifflinburg 56-6. Before we get to the out-of-town scoreboard, special thanks to the Wadsworth family of Lock Haven. Also, this scoreboard brought to you in part by Irv's Meat Market. Marinated steaks, quality specialized meats and cheeses, 229 South Main Street, Jersey Shore. Doug Byerly, you have some scores for us tonight.
Out-of-town scoreboard, again, our score here, 56-6 Bulldogs over Mifflinburg at the half. In the Battle of the Valley, Selinsgrove leads Shikellamy 7-0 at the half. Lewisburg over Central Columbia, 8-7. They still have that in the first quarter. That obviously is not correct, probably halftime as well. Danville over defending state champion Southern Columbia, so that's a AAA, AA matchup, 21-14 at the half. Milton will play Holy Redeemer on Saturday. I didn't realize that. Ooh, Aliquippa over West Allegheny over Aliquippa 9-7. West Allegheny's pretty good, though.
They are good.
Yeah, but Aliquippa obviously in the 4A. Not sure what West Allegheny, if they're 4 or 5A, but that's a great whippy old game as well as there. Mount Carmel over Bloomsburg 28-0. Late in the second quarter, Muncie, very good single-A team. They feel they have a legitimate shot to challenge Canton in that District 4 final. They lead North Penn Mansfield 21-0, Wyalusing 6-0 over the Montgomery Red Raiders. In the second quarter, Warrior Run going for their first win, 19-6 over a pretty good Northwest team. In the second quarter, Susquehanna over Lime Mountain 22-7. Bald Eagle area trails Montoursville 10-0 at the half, and Shamokin 21, Central Mountain 7 at the half. Our out-of-town scoreboard again brought to you all season long by Irv's Meat Market. Go see them down at 229 South Main Street in Jersey Shore.
Well, Doug, we're going to go back to the network here for commercial break. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
You probably already know that with every Woodlands Bank personal checking and savings account, we provide online and mobile banking. However, did you also know we offer cutting-edge technology, just like the big banks, for free? Tools such as mobile check deposit, Apple and Samsung Pay, and access to Zelle, a fast, safe, and easy way to send and receive money with family and friends in the moment. To learn more about the cool and convenient technology we offer, or to open your personal account online today, visit woodlandsbank.com. Mobile network carrier fees might apply. Zelle is available to United States Bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. Woodlands Bank, member FDIC.
It's time for an insurance review. Every now and then, you need to know you're getting the best coverage at the best price. So here's a phone number, 570-865-5191. State Farm agent Jason Eberhardt will give you an overview and make recommendations on how you can protect yourself and your family. Auto, home, life, health, property, or business, it's Eberhardt State Farm. Available online at insurejerseyshore.com. Eberhardt State Farm in their new offices, 600 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. 570-865-5191.
Wendy's new French toast sticks are so delicious, some are saying that they're better than their mom's breakfast.
Excuse me. Did you just say Wendy's new French toast sticks are better than my breakfast?
Mom, is that you?
Answer the question.
I said some people are saying that because they're so crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside and perfect in every way.
Uh-huh. And what do you think?
I think it's time to tell people to choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new sweet and crispy home-style French toast sticks.
That's still not an answer.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Our name defines what we do. Realty Lease Properties in Lock Haven. Residential, commercial, student, we can find a place for you in Lock Haven Williams Porter State College. Find out all about us online at realtyleaseproperties.com. Everything from available space to forms you need to apply. You can even pay your rent online. Call Dana or Selena using our new phone number, 570-748-7032. Realty Lease Properties, East Main Street, downtown Lock Haven. Open weekdays 9 till 4. Start leasing today.
It seems like there's an automotive parts store on every corner, and they all probably have the part or product you need. But do they know what you need? And do they know they have it? For automotive parts and knowledge, come to the automotive parts store that has automotive experience, Napa Auto Parts. The staff at Napa Auto Parts has the experience to answer your questions and make sure you get what you need. Napa Auto Parts, Hogan Boulevard, Mill Hall, and Bridge Street, Jersey Shore. Napa Auto Parts, Central PA's trusted source for automotive parts and knowledge for generations.
September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. If there's one thing we've learned throughout the pandemic, it's that life is fragile and it's important to prepare for the unexpected. Get the life insurance coverage you need. Choose Burgandy, Gleghorn, and Hafley, an independent insurance agency representing Erie Insurance, serving Bear Country, the entire state of Pennsylvania for generations. Trust in our 9-person staff with over 100 years of combined experience. Burgandy, Gleghorn, and Hafley, 123 East Water Street, Lock Haven, 570-748-4022.
The Bear is Cutting Edge Country, WQBR.
Yes, we're back. Doug Byerly, Nate Carpenter. It's been a great night tonight to be a Bulldog. Tradition never graduates. This Tom Gravish program, just a juggernaut, to be honest, with those listening at home tonight and watching on the YouTube channel. Alex Jackson, phenomenal defensive coordinator. Special teams has been tough all year long. Breck Miller has been money in the kicking game. Biggest thing is the holding and the penalties and talking about wanting to clean that up. I've never seen so much laundry on the field in the last 2-3 games. That's one area of concern that needs cleaned up. What do you think, Doug? What are your thoughts about Jersey Shore's second half, the direction they go offensively?
You can't complain defensively, special teams, or offensively. Outstanding tonight against a pretty quality Mifflinburg team that should have a really strong chance to make the AAA playoffs and have a chance to compete against Danville and Loyalsock here in District 4. But as Doc Massey mentioned, 9 penalties against Jersey Shore in the first half. About half of them were holding penalties. Again, maybe that's a preference of a refereeing crew. They really focus on that, but they definitely called them against Jersey Shore. They definitely are going to have to clean that up again. It hasn't hurt them through Game 4 and this in Game 5, but at some point in the season, it will hurt you in a critical situation, so they definitely have to clean that up. They clean that up, they're going to be really, really pleased with themselves. You want to play a good, solid second half here. Yeah, probably first team's going to come out and get a set or two and then work some different people in as they've done all season long, and that's just such a credit to the team and rewarding those kids in the second half. But Nate, we have a couple quick updates. Again, our scoreboard brought to you by Irv's Meat Market. Go see the folks down there. Quality specialized meats and cheeses at 229 South Main Street in Jersey Shore. Montoursville over Bald Eagle area at the half, 10-7. It's a good Bald Eagle area team. Very good quarterback with the Nagel kid. And then just some scores to keep an eye on tomorrow. Canton plays South Williamsport at Canton. They play one Saturday afternoon game every year. That'll be a good game in single A, and we'll see Canton in a couple weeks, and they have a chance to be undefeated at that point. And then Holy Cross, Columbia Montourville Tech, and you say, why are you mentioning that Saturday afternoon? Columbia Montourville Tech is 4A. They could be in the 4A playoffs. So it's so easy to forget, Nate. There's only 6 4A teams. Selinsgrove, Schick, Columbia Montourville Tech, Jersey Shore, they're exactly the same size at 293 in regard to enrollment. Milton and Shamokin. Everyone expects it to be Shore, Selinsgrove, Milton, and then the other one's a toss-up. Mm-hmm. You know, it's going to be somebody with a losing record if they decide to go into the playoffs, or somebody's going to get a bye. A team can opt out, then somebody's probably going to play. And again, it's been either Shamokin at 5-5 or Shikellamy with a less than 500 record. But Columbia Montourville Tech, you never know. They don't play a great schedule in regard to size of school, so they could squeeze in there at a 500 team, because that's a game they should win tomorrow as well. So just want to keep folks surprised at that, because Nate, after the game tonight, we're halfway through the regular season. We're game 5. Hopefully Jersey Shore will be able to close this one out. Running clock, go to 5-0.
Yeah, we talked about Milton really, putting the numbers up this year, having some great success. Talked a little bit about their vanilla schedule. However, they do face Mount Carmel, and anytime you face Mount Carmel with 285 across the board up front with their line and their physicality, that's a game where, if you're Milton, you want to compete, but you want to stay healthy.
Well, and the thing about that game, while it ended up 41-19, Mount Carmel scored 2 touchdowns very late to kind of spread that margin, and Milton led them at halftime.
Yes, I saw that. And so with Mount Carmel and Southern were on the Jersey Shore schedule a handful of years back as another subdivision game. They're not on the schedule, but Canton playing well this year. Northern Tier Troy also having a decent year, but Canton and South Williamsport tomorrow, look for that to be a physicality type game. That's going to be in the trenches, one in the trenches. Both teams are basically farm fed. I mean, they're just your ag kids, your hard nosed, rugged. So I'm excited. District 4, you take a look at this year, Loyalsock and Danville having great seasons. Southern's still going to be a household name. Mount Carmel, and you bring the Cantons and the Muncies in. Even last year, District 4 represented well.
Oh, absolutely. And, you remember you're talking about different divisions here. So Canton and Muncie have played in the past couple single-A finals. Canton's gotten the best of it, and they're probably the better team, but Muncie's very, very good with the Ira kid at the receiver. So that is definitely a toss-up, and we'll see them on the road in a couple weeks, and that's a marquee game for them, Nate, because they'll get the bonus points if they could upset a Jersey Shore team, and they're going to be really eyeing on that. The AA is going to end up probably Mount Carmel, Southern. They're the cream of the crop. I think Mount Carmel is the better team this year, and they've got that physical advantage, no question about it. And then the AAA. Danville truly believes they can win the state title. And with their quarterback and the percent kid at receivers, they might be right. If they can get through and get into the state playoffs, they could make a run at that AAA title. And obviously we all think Jersey Shore has a chance if they can all stay healthy and continue to play the way they are, particularly on the defensive side, that they're going to have a shot at the 4A as well. So second half coming up here, Nate. Mifflinburg's going to get a chance to see what they can do on the offense.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, where we would normally see Mifflinburg's return game, they've got number 7 back. He's been back there all night, Arnold Troop. But instead of having number 8 back, which has been Andrew Deal, it'll be number 31, Landon Murray, the 9th grader. But he showed some explosive wheels in the first half on getting to the edge. So interestingly enough, Breck Miller still in, obviously, kicking. The Bulldogs looking to start the third quarter. The Breck Miller kick is short, high to 31, caught on a rope. Gets to the outside. Again, good wheels. He showed good wheels, Doug. Gets that ball out to the near 30-yard line.
Always interesting to see when the score is one-sided, as this one is at 56-6. How long do you keep your starters in? And we talked about it at halftime, Nate. If you're Mifflinburg, you missed the playoffs last year at 6-4, dropping your last game to Lewisburg, a team that had won 5 of 6 to make the playoffs. How long do you keep your starters in? Because you're already missing a couple of guys. You're banged up. They're going to start their starting offensive team out here in the quarter number 3.
Starting offense. And look right now, Jersey Shore platooning guys. Paul Hale's already in the game. Number 3, 24. Malk is in the game. Number 7, Ashton Sweely. And they're going to be going up against the firsts of Mifflinburg. Right to left goes Deal. In the gun is Dressler. Dressler flying short. Tight end. Paul's over the middle. They're going to look. Fake to the flats. Pass is caught immediately. Number 7 brought down quickly. That was Troop on the reception.
Peyton Samar and Sweely, nice job there, Peyton Samar. You know, he's a starter a lot of times, but Stone Sechrist has really worked in there. Stone and Samar there now double teaming it from the inside linebacker positions with the starting interior there with Springman, Zach Rooney, and Gabe Andrus as well. You have Max Engel here on the left side end.
So the Dogs, substitution by platoon here defensively. 2nd and 5 for the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Dressler in the gun, single back to his right. Singles right and left. Ball thrown immediately to the flats. That's number 8, Deal. And that ball's just overshot.
Not a good throw there. And really no pressure in the face of Dressler, just overshot Deal. Trying to get Deal some catches. I was trying to think of who I was missing there. Owen Vanderoff getting some nice playing time. And he played at spots in that first half as well on the defensive and offensive side. Owen, he's the guy that they're going to have to rely on to give people some spells and to do some good things here in the second half of the season.
Peyton Whitman also into the game at corner. So Jersey Shore got a lot of inexperience in the secondary right now. We'll see if that bites them. But you know what? These kids need it. They need to get experience. 10.5 to go. Dressler in the gun. 3rd and 5. Snaps back. Hands off. Fakes it. Goes deep. Deep over the middle, wide open. Number 2, Whitman was beat on the play. Very well thrown, executed pass. And that's to the one they like to connect with, Zachary Wertman. Dressler had enough time that time to set his feet, planted, and got a good throw underneath it.
Well, there you can see when Dressler has time to throw the football, and Wertman we talked about, he's a nice-sized receiver. Got inside of Whitman on the defensive side. Can't get around him to make the play. Good catch at the end.
So that's 1st and 10 for Mifflinburg. Ball on the Jersey Shore 35-yard line. They're going to go with the jumbo trips to the right. It's Deal on the inside. Single back. Dressler in the gun. There was movement, but they didn't call it. And he's just strung out. Strung out by Springman and Samar.
Jersey Shore run defense saying, hey, it doesn't matter who we have in here. We're going to approach it exactly the same way. We're not going to let you run the football at all. You're a passing team. We're going to make you pass the football if you're going to get another score on the board.
They're calling it a loss of 3. Mercy rule in effect, which I forgot to mention. 2nd and 13 now on the 38-yard line. Mifflinburg in the gun is Dressler, the junior quarterback. Wake Forest commit. Single back. Pressure up the middle immediately. Ball thrown. The Troop, the 6'7" receiver, all alone. Makes a nice catch, does look that one in.
Good initial pressure up the middle there by Stone Sechrist. Just a beat late to get the hands on Troy Dressler for the sack, but a good delivery by the junior quarterback for the big pickup.
So some success, and again, we've seen that success tonight over the middle most instances. 1st and 10 on the 17 is Dressler in this offensive attack of the Wildcats. Snap is back, handoff to Deal, and he is just met.
Stone Sechrist, Gabe Andrus, really stout there on the right side of that Bulldog offensive line. But, you know, Mifflinburg, they want to throw the football anyway. Want to get another couple scores on the board here, so they're going to go through the air to get that done.
Absolutely nothing on the ground tonight, regardless of who's in the game. It's not a matter of first, second team. It's just next man up. The Bulldogs have done such a great job on that interior line. Linebackers also filling. 2nd and 11. That was a loss of 1 on the 19. Mifflinburg knocking on the door. Dressler in the gun. Snap is back. He's going to look to the flats. Over the middle to Troop. Wide open. Nearly picked off. Nearly picked off.
Paul Hale got his hands on it there. Dressler left that one a little short, going for Troop in the end zone, but a good recovery by the safeties, particularly Hale there, almost coming up with the pick.
And it's great to see his dad up here near the press box tonight, watching his son get some varsity action early, the sophomore. And a side note, The JV team this year beat Southern this week.
Nice. I saw some pictures. Didn't see a score.
Yes, and Paul accounted for a touchdown. So 3rd and 11. Mifflinburg. Dressler flying solo in the gun right now. Trips left, twin to the right. Snap is back. There's pressure on the wing. Coming in. Ball's thrown to the flats, wide open, but overthrown. Overthrown.
Would have been interesting if Wortman was able to bring that one in. Defender there for Jersey Shore. Ashton Sweely right on him, would have had to make a tackle in the open field, but obviously 4th down and long here. Mifflinburg going to stay on the field and go for it.
So Jersey Shore bend but don't break here. Lots of underclassmen in the game to start the second half on defense for the Alex Jackson coordinator. Dressler in the gun. Again, he likes to fly solo. Trips right, singles to the left. Lots of pressure over the middle. Passes to Troop. He's wide open, looking to the pylon. Gets around the outside, and he's into the end zone. We talked about that bubble screen over the middle, and it was just nice.
And that's a play that Shore, both first team and here the second teamers coming in, they have not defended that well. It's so tough because you're spread out. You have to go with those wide guys out, and the offense spreads them out, and then Troop comes down behind his lineman right in the middle of the field. Big target, obviously able to take that one all the way across the field in for the touchdown, and now Mifflinburg, they'll go for the 2-point conversion.
56-12, looking to tack on 2 points. Dressler again likes to be in the gun, likes to be all alone there. Twins left, twins to the right, motion left to right. Snaps back to Dressler, looking for the 2-point conversion. Thrown up to the outside, and just wide. Intended for number 2, Zachary Wertman.
So if you're Mifflinburg, Nate, you got to be pleased. Got a couple ball in the hands of a couple different players on that, particularly Troop, though, making the big plays down the sidelines and then making the play on that middle bubble screen for the touchdown. That's something that Jersey Shore will diagnose. How do you defend that, even if you have your guys spread out? What do you do to recognize when that he's not really a tight end? They do line him up sometimes at tight end, but more kind of in a slot back position. You got to watch him where he goes, and then you have to react to that because that's who they're going to go to. I mean, if they don't throw it out early, they're going to him without question about that. But,
for sure.
Hey, good design.
Very well designed play. And again, over the middle, we said that's where Jersey Shore tends to be a little vulnerable in that 5-2. It's just going to happen when you stack the box. They got pressure internally, but a lot of that designed because they want the heat and they want to dump it. So right now, Jersey Shore does bring the first team return game in. The 2 deep are Peacock, Elijah Jordan. The upbacks are Tate Seacrest and Connor Griffin. Kickoff coming from the boot of Sean Gretzky. The kick is down. The kick is up. It's fielded on the run by Elijah Jordan. Gets to the outside. He's going to try to get a block. Brought down immediately at about the 26-yard line. Good open field tackle from Mifflinburg.
Tackle from behind for Elijah Jordan came all the way across the field, but decent field position there at about the 27 where it all ends up. I think Jersey Shore is going to go with most of the second team offense here. Gabe Andrus going to get some carries here from that tailback position along with Tate Seacrest.
Loomis into the game. They call him J-Loom. Under center at quarterback is the junior. Power I. Andrus and Seacrest in the backfield. Hands off to Andrus up the middle. He runs hard. Good block by Seacrest. Crosses the 30-yard line.
And Gabe getting rewarded just like Tate Seacrest, although you really can't call Tate now a second-team running back the way he's running the football. But Gabe really is a second-team running back, second set of guys that's going to go in there. Nate, he's hard to bring down.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to evaluate the game. I'm going to watch this back on the clip and see what we see. That's another penalty on the Bulldogs. Handoff again. Andrus around the outside, lowers his shoulder. Another big pickup on that play.
You know, it's always interesting, and we talk about those with Jersey Shore. You know, how long do you leave the starters in? When do you pull some of those guys out? Even though it's 56-12, running clock, this game's pretty much in the bag for the Bulldogs, 5th win of the season.
Loomis hands off to Andrus again up the middle. Andrus open field, breaks a tackle, spins out of another one. Across the 50 to the 45-yard line. Andrus ran very hard on that last play.
Got the spin party on that one. Had 3 of them at the end, but the first one was the big one to really get away from that defender and take that across the 50 into Wildcat territory.
Mifflinburg trying to get 2 men off the field. They bring another man on. Loomis hands the ball off to Andrus again up the middle. He's met.
Criswell there in the tackle for Mifflinburg, and they are just feeding Gabe Andrus. They're saying, all right, man, you're in here. You're getting the ball till they stop you.
And just when you think it's Andrus, it's Seacrest. You just watch. They're going to give the fullback pop on this one, Doug. I formation, Loomis under center. Take the fullback. No, he fakes it. Right to the flats. Pass is complete to number 10. Oh, down the sideline. Fumbles the ball out of bounds.
Chris Wilson on the reception. I believe Chris is a senior. We've seen him in a couple times, but that's the first time he's had a chance to bring that one in, and he gets it for a first down. Nice catch.
Nice pass from Loomis, too.
Absolutely. Hey, Loomis can throw the football.
He sure can.
There's no question about it.
He sure can. A big kid, 6'3", 220. Throws the ball very well. I've seen it at practice even when they run the hurry up and with some of the first tier guys, but great catch by Wilson on that single eye. Handoff up the middle. That's Brody Herr. Brody Herr crosses the 30-yard line, just running top heavy on that play.
Coach Gravish just doing a great job getting the wide receivers in and out on almost every play. Again, rewarding those kids for your week of practice, getting time on the varsity field.
Loomis under center, 2nd and 7, ball on the Mifflinburg 30. Loomis hands the ball off to Anderson again. Anderson makes a quick cut. I'll tell you what, he's shifty.
He's very shifty. I tell you, he's a nice player. You know, you talked about he was a little bit frustrated last year, but what a serious contributor, obviously, on the defensive side. But when he gets carries, there's not a whole lot of drop-off.
Not at all, and I love the fact that he strung plays out last year, and he's not doing that anymore. It's north and south, and he's getting what he can get and making people miss. And, again, he's only about 5'8".
Oh, he's not a big guy, but very stout.
Loomis under center, motions right to left. The handoff, it's a pitch. It's a pitch to Andrus. Andrus cuts back. He's still driving, crosses it. Good pickup, good fight by Andrus. Initial tackle was short. We'll see where they spot this one.
Yeah, he's very close. They haven't moved it to a first down, but where that referee's standing, that's a first down. Yep, first down, referee Matt Clark marks that one off. You know, the biggest thing back to Jared Loomis, he can throw the football. Probably the biggest thing between him and Brady Jordan is he can't run the ball from that quarterback position like Brady Jordan. That's just not the kind of athlete he is. But if he's got to come in, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to run the offense, but it will take a little bit against that. Illegal formation.
Yeah, another illegal formation, and that's one of those things. They didn't have 7 men on the line of scrimmage. So when you don't have 7 men on the line, it's an illegal formation, so they're marching the Bulldogs back. So I don't know if is it still first down, Doug, or did that negate it?
Oh, I think it is. I think it's first.
Okay.
Yeah, because they moved the chains already.
Okay. So it's going to be a first in.
Should be first and 15, right?
Yeah.
Now they're talking, though. They're not sure. Nope. Yes.
I'm confused. We got to see where the chain gang
goes. First
goes.
and 10. They moved everything back. Oh, 3rd and 10. Okay, flipped it over. So they moved back where they were before. 3rd and 10, because it was 3rd and 5, a little bit less than 5, and he picked it up. So it went back. 3rd and 9.
Loomis under center, single receivers left and right. Play clock starts. Fakes the pitch, and it's a counter to Brody Herr. He tries to make a man miss. He just didn't quite get to the counter hole. It was there. It closed quickly. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Almost popped that one back to the right side. Just an ankle tackle, bringing Brody Herr down. Bring up 4th and long. Then they're going to punt it away here. They're going to go for it. For them, it really doesn't matter. Running clock, 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Bulldogs up 56-12 over Mifflinburg. Yeah. Waiting to bring a
They got
10
They got 10 seconds on the play clock. Loomis in the gun for the first time tonight. Get those guys on the line of scrimmage. Loomis looks. He's got a man wide open. That should be a flag, but they're not going to call it.
A good throw by Loomis, right on the money. Yeah, he recognized where he was supposed to go with that throw. I like what I see from Jared Loomis from the quarterback position. And he's playing quite a bit of tight end with the first teamers as well, getting a sprinkling in every now and then on the defensive side, but not too often. But not a bad set there for the Bulldog offensive team moved it down.
So interestingly enough, what we're going to see with Mifflinburg, I thought for Jersey Shore, I'm kind of glad they're getting the guys in offensively too, but I thought for every score that Mifflinburg scored in the second half, we might try to counter. But again, is it really worth it?
Oh, it's not. You're looking long game here. And Mifflinburg's going to call a timeout. And our timeout's brought to you by Three Brothers Moving. The Three Brothers crew treat you like a part of the family. If you, a friend or family member is moving, give Three Brothers Moving a call at 215-220-1551. So the Wildcats, Mifflinburg, call a timeout to kind of figure out. Dresser's over here with his helmet off, so he's not coming in. That was going to be my question. I mean, I'm not playing him anymore. You're losing this ball game.
Right.
Even if you score a couple more times, you have a long game in mind, too. You want to make the playoffs, have a chance to compete with Danville and Loyalsock in that AAA playoffs and see how you can do. Very disappointing end of last year to drop a game against your rival Lewisburg and miss the playoffs, and Lewisburg gets in. So Dresser's out. Got to wonder what he's thinking, because, man, he led the region in passing last year with just under 1,900 yards, and he was under duress tonight from the starting gun.
Backup quarterback is number 53. We don't have a name. Hopefully we can get one. Chad Martin. Thank you, guys. Chad Martin in at quarterback. Unique number, 53, but, hey, it works. He's in. Take some reps. Trips right, jumbo. Hands off to number 26. Good pursuit that time by number 52. Who was that?
62, Vander Owen, I think.
52, Dawson Rinkner.
Oh, wow. Yep, you are correct. Bad read on my part.
Oh, that's all right.
Nice tackle, Dawson.
I've missed a lot tonight, but, hey, it's great to see these guys in. Number 74 also in defensively. Does play some offense. That's Dyson Delaney, 36. Max.
Dietrich Dahmer as well on that right side, defensive tackle.
Yep. He's in there. Brody Herr is in at the nose. Canellis, number 22, also in. He's walking up as a cornerback. Jumbo trips left. Number 26 shifts beside Martin. Oh, it's a fumbled snap. No, it's Wildcat. I don't know if that's designed. It might have been designed.
Yeah, look like it's
They're
designed.
shaking their heads in the press box here. The Mifflinburg faithful shaking their heads saying that wasn't designed, but it looked good.
82, Luke Ryan in as well. One of the safety positions for the Bulldog defense. Luke only a freshman. And Luke Thompson, number 45. I've only seen him a couple times, but again, 5th game in a row, Nate. Everybody on that Bulldog sideline gets varsity playing time. That is just golden for your program.
And regardless of how well they play, which they're playing great, it's the confidence it builds, In the gun is Martin. He rolls left, goes deep, nice pass. Wide open, number 7, and he's going to take it to the house. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. That's Martin up top. Give him credit. He threw a nice ball to Troop. Arnold Troop makes the catch, does the rest with his legs.
Under a little duress, over the top for the score. Again, that's a tough pill to swallow for the defensive backs for Jersey Shore. You can't let that man get behind you. You got to keep him in front of you. So even if you make the completion for a long completion, you keep him in front, have a chance to make a tackle or have a chance for your teammates to come up and make the tackle as well.
So Martin comes in as the backup to Dressler, and he threw a nice ball there, Doug. Very pretty pass on the money to Troop. He's in the gun right now. They're going to go for 2. Snap is back. Pressure by Engel. He gets out. He's running. He's running for life. Makes a pass. Oh, just short. Give him credit, though, Doug. He bought as much time as he could.
Martin did a nice job there from that quarterback position, keeping that 2-point play alive. So just over 20 seconds left in quarter number 3. So it looks like Mifflinburg's making a comeback, and I guess they are on the scoreboard. 56-18 as we're going to wind down here quarter number 3. Kickoffs again brought to you all season long. We've only said it a couple of times tonight, but the kickoff coming up brought to you by Joe's Equipment, offering steel sales, service, and parts. Cement Drive, Jersey Shore, right off of Route 220, 570-398-1391. Kickoffs again brought to you by Joe's Equipment.
So, Doug, I think sometimes, though, the thing that I question is, as a coach, you remind your players, hey, things happen. Other teams are going to score points. Jersey Shore right now, if you look at it, even their return game right now, the young guns are in.
Yeah, they've got the whole second unit in here with the kickoff return.
Looks like Whitman and Sweely to return deep. Watch for the onside kick here off Sean Grotsky's foot. Kicks it deep. It's going towards the sideline. Picked up by Sweely. Sweely makes a break. Breaks it back to the outside. Makes a man miss. He's going backwards. Gets it out close to the 25, Doug.
Got spun around there, but showed good determination to turn that one back upfield, just short of the 25. They're going to mark this one at the 24. Loomis is going to bring the Bulldog offensive team out. They're going to have to snap it once here to end the third quarter.
Loomis will start this quarter. Looks like they're going to go to the passing game, Doug. They got Loomis in the gun here to start, starting on their own 24-yard line. 11 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Trips left. Snap to Loomis, hands off immediately. That's 41, and he's wrapped up. So that's going to end the third quarter, Doug.
And take it back to the studio. Score at the end of quarter number 3. Jersey Shore Bulldogs 56, Mifflinburg 18. You are listening to Jersey Shore High School Football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Close to 40 years serving the Jersey Shore area community, All Round Tire, your hometown service and tire sales center. Family owned and operated, All Round Tire features Cooper and many other tire brands, including Michelin and Firestone. Make us your first choice, not only for passenger, light truck, farm, and ag tires, but also for service, brakes, exhaust, belts, and hoses. And we offer the only vulcanized flat repairs in the area. PA State Inspection 2, open weekdays 8 till 5, Saturday till noon, All Round Tire, Cement Hollow Road, Jersey Shore.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
We are back. Bulldogs. Loomis in the gun to start the fourth quarter. Trips right, single left, single back. It's Sechrist. Loomis going to run the option. Going to make a man commit. No, he just keeps it. Stretches his legs. Gets to the outside, and he's a big boy. Loomis gets to the sideline, close to the chains. Looks like they might move it.
Might mark him a yard short, Nate. I thought he hopped over there as well, but he's going to be maybe a yard and a half short of that first down. But a nice run by Jay Loomis.
Yeah, big legs. You forget he's 6'3", gets out there with those big strides. Sechrist to his right, double twin package. Loomis in the gun. Hands off to Sechrist. Sechrist gets across the first down. They're going to move the chains here.
Bo Sechrist on that carry, the freshman. Good conversion there by the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. And Bo Sechrist, a freshman, 5'10", 160, in the long lineage of Sechrist. Bulldogs looking to the sideline. I think that's what's most impressive. These younger players really can just look to the sideline. They speak the same language. It's incredible. Loomis in the gun. Bo Sechrist to his right. Double twins. Motion right to left goes Canellis. And that's going to result in a penalty. False start against the Bulldogs. A lot of stuff going on there, Doug.
A lot of moving parts. And, Nate, when we get a chance, we'll go to the out-of-town scoreboard, but we'll wait maybe till the Bulldogs are on the defensive side. Got a couple score updates. One that will surprise everyone, I think.
So Jersey Shore first in 15 on the 31-yard line, their own 31. Loomis, the junior, in the shotgun. Single back to his left. Loomis is going to look to go to the air. He's going to go to Sechrist in the flats. Sechrist gets to the outside, makes a man miss. Pushed out of bounds just across the 40. He picks up the 42, it looks like, Doug. So nice pitch and catch there. Well-designed play.
Very nice. Good to see Jared Loomis get a chance to test out his arm, see what he can do in the passing game. Remember, running clock here, mercy rule in quarter number 4.
Loomis in the gun. Single back is Bo Sechrist. Hands off. No, he keeps it. Loomis keeps it. He's trying to get to the outside. Stiff arms a man. Makes a man miss. Look at Loomis go. 45. They're going to call another penalty.
Yep, this one going to come back. Really nice job by J-Loom, as they call him. Good stiff arm and able to break that one free for a big first down. But the holding or block in the back at the 48, going to take this one back into Bulldog territory. So while we got a break, Nate, out-of-town scoreboard again brought to you by Herb's Meat Market all season long. Quality meats, cheeses, 229 South Main Street, Jersey Shore. The scores I want to update you on: Danville all over Southern Columbia, 42-14 in quarter number 3. Central Columbia now leading Lewisburg 18-8 in the third quarter.
So, Jersey Shore ball, 2nd and 4 on the 42. Hands off, fakes it. Loomis is going to keep it again. Loomis cuts back. Nice cut by Loomis. He's athletic, north and south. That was impressive, Doug.
Yeah, and I spoke too soon because I kind of didn't criticize him, but said you won't run the ball as much as Brady Jordan or as effectively. But I tell you what, really good read there. Saw he couldn't get to the outside, planted the feet, took it north and south, pick up first down.
Loomis,
really nice.
Loomis looks good tonight. Trips right, single left, single back. Pitch relationship. Loomis keeps it again. Pitches it now. Oh, off the face mask. He tries to get on it. Bulldogs do recover. Looks like Brody Herr was at 27 getting on that football.
Nice job by Brody Herr to see what's out there. Not a bad pitch in the
50.
end.
I screwed up, Doug. That's 57. I screwed up. Sorry about that. Austin Reinhardt.
Even better job by the interior lineman getting out there to recover that fumble. Really wasn't a bad pitch by Loomis, but the receiver wasn't expecting it to come. Kind of hit him and then broke free, but Bulldogs keep it.
Loomis in the gun, trips left. Looks to Malk in the flats, drops it. Well-thrown football.
It was a well-thrown football. You know, Malk has gotten some running time in there a couple times. Got to remember, got to catch the football first before he can do anything with it, and that's tough sometimes.
So the Bulldogs start the second half with substitution by platoon. Loomis has looked good tonight with his legs and through the air. Moving the football, just highly penalized are the Bulldogs this evening. Double twin package. Motion right to left goes Canellis. Loomis in the gun, hands off to number 49. 49 gets to the outside. I don't know who he is, but he's got a burst.
Preston Beatty with the carry. That's the first time we've seen him carry the ball all season long that I can remember. Going to be short of the first down, but Nate, very makeable now. 4th and 4 at the 40. You're going to go for it if you're the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you, the stats people tonight are working hard. I think that's about the 10th guy who's carried the football.
Oh, at least.
Preston Beatty. We just got confirmation from Coach Chris Davis. That ain't no, yeah. Loomis in the gun. He's going to pitch it. Pitches it. Preston Beatty. They're going backwards.
Yeah. Just like a punt. Doesn't really matter. You know, punt that didn't go awry. So Mifflinburg going to take this one over on downs with the fumble recovery out near midfield at their own 49. 7:24 to go in this one. Nice drive there, though. A couple penalties, but the bad thing is, Nate, that takes the Bulldogs over double digits in penalties on the night. That is something they really have got to work on and clean up a little bit.
Well, we can't give the post-game player of the game for the penalties this week. We did special teams. We've done defense a week. But, yeah, they've got to clean that up. Martin is the quarterback, number 53. You've heard that right. Backup quarterback doing a nice job with a touchdown pass tonight. Snaps back to Martin in the shotgun. He's looking deep. Has a man open. Wide open.
No, he can throw it, man. Yeah, he's good. Ran right by the defender. Just on a little bit of a skinny post pattern. Right on the numbers. So at the 6:59 mark on the scoreboard. Looks pretty close, 56-24, but again, the Bulldogs haven't scored here in half number 2, haven't had to, but they've given up the big plays from Martin through the air for the touchdowns for the Wildcats.
Well, and what you hope doesn't happen is a feeling of dejection if you're a Bulldog fan, that you begin to ride this wave of, we've been out competed in the second half. Well, fact of the matter is that's a great thrown football. He's thrown 2 beautiful footballs. The last 2 possessions, both to the house. Shotgun is Martin looking for 2. He rolls right, sees a man wide open. He's going to throw it up for grabs. Batted down.
Yeah, nice defensive play by Paul Hale and others coming in there to knock that one away. So 6:59 score stays. The Bulldogs 56, Mifflinburg Wildcats 24. Special teams going to come out here again for Jersey Shore. And we'll do one more quick look at the high school scoreboard because I think I missed a couple scores. Mount Carmel up 35-7 on Bloomsburg. Muncie all over North Bend Mansfield at 42-0. Wyalusing Montgomery still at 6-0, but they don't have an update there. Warrior Run probably going to win their first game of the year, 19-6 over Northwest in the third quarter. Montoursville and Bald Eagle area in a pretty good one, Nate. Montoursville 23, Bald Eagle area 14 in the third quarter. That one's still up for grabs. And Shamokin Central Mountain now into the third quarter. The Indians, Shamokin, lead the Wildcats Central Mountain 21-14. Good competition there.
I'll tell you what, too, if you're the Bulldogs, I know right now you're still up a chunk. You know, you're still up 32. Hard to believe. 6 minutes and 59 seconds, almost 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs looking to receive this kick. 86 is now kicking Mason Schneck. Lefty, that's going to go out of bounds. Nope, fielded. That's Brody Herr, makes a man miss.
Now, if you're the Bulldogs, you want to calm down offensively, run the football. Again, running clock, under 7 minutes, put together a couple first downs. One last score update, Nate. Selinsgrove 21, Shikellamy 7, now in the fourth quarter.
And we talked about that with Schick, just had a very difficult time of moving the football offensively, and it's hard to win football games, even when your defense plays great.
Yeah, I mean, their defense is good. Selinsgrove, again, getting healthy, going to be a good ball club down the stretch.
Paul Hale under center, pitches the ball. That's Brody Herr. Look at him go. He's got wheels out on the sideline, makes a man miss. He's going to go. He's taking it to the house. Look at the wheels on that man. 10-5, touchdown. Brody Herr.
No flags.
I can't believe it's not butter. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, every big play tonight, we've seen laundry. I didn't know Brody Herr could run like that.
I'll tell you what, good speed for a guy that first year in football doesn't really still know the game. Stout on the defensive side. Must be my favorite word. We got to fix that.
Stout.
That's what we skill what. But I tell you, good speed. I tell you, down the sidelines, Mifflinburg, you can kind of tell they're a little bit disappointed. Wanted to shut out the Bulldogs here in half number 2, but Brody Herr says, no, I'll take that 69-yard run for the touchdown.
We're going to go to Doc Massey right now. Another word for stout. Adjectives. Stout.
We're making the man think. Breck Miller, point after
Imposing.
touchdown.
We like that. Imposing.
Good.
Imposing.
So 6:33 mark, Nate. Jersey Shore adds to it their first score of half number 2. The Bulldogs now up 63-24 over the Mifflinburg Wildcats. Again, Breck Miller cleaned up the kickoffs as well. Only had that first one or two that went out of bounds, one of the first or second ones. And then PATs, he's been perfect. He's just been money. And that's, again, so important to have a kicker that can do what Breck Miller does. Very, very grateful to have him part of this Bulldog team for sure.
You know, Brody Herr there, I was just thinking about that last run. When he's had to run inside the tackle, sometimes he has a difficult time making decisions. Defensively, we've seen a quicker progression, but offensively, they're just pitching the ball. He had some space, and we've seen when he has space, he turned on the afterburners there on that last touchdown.
Now you're going to reward him because he's going to kick off because he's the backup kickoff man, so he's going to tee it up. So I run 69 yards, Coach. Now I got to tee this thing up, get my breath down, get my breathing going here, see what I can do. He wants to put this one.
Well, it's a cool story because Breck Miller was one of the first soccer converts here in recent years doing the kicking, and Breck's a great athlete. He can play defense, receiver, but they save him for the kicking. Brody Herr nose tackle on defense, tailback, and now backup kicker. And he gets into one, down to the 10. Return to the outside, it's number 7. Good pursuit by Preston Beatty. Was that 49?
Yep, Preston Beatty. Nice tackle for the junior on the special teams. So, Nate, this one's going to end up, whatever the final score is, the Bulldogs are going to go to 5-0. Mifflinburg's going to drop to 4-1. Again, different divisions. Mifflinburg was a 4A team. They dropped down to 3A this year, so they're going to have a chance to get their first playoff berth in a couple years. The Bulldogs hoping that they can keep things rolling. Really looking forward to the game next week against kind of that unknown team. You know, Executive Education Academy. Who are they? They play a nice schedule. They know they're going to have a lot of athletes. Dropped their first game of the year last year to Upper Moreland, but they're going to come in and give the Bulldogs some difficulty.
Number 53, Martin, in the shotgun. Trips right, twins left. He's going to go up top again. He's getting pressured. Throws the ball high and deep. It's to number 86. That's a flag. Not a bad flag, though.
Oh, my gosh, no. Take that flag all day long against Luke Thompson. Again, what's difficult for the JV players, the second teamers, they're playing maybe against some starters, but a lot of second teamers from Mifflinburg as well. But you don't see a lot of JV teams that throw the ball down the field. You just don't see that. And you kind of forget. You get caught up in watching who's running around. That quarterback's running around. Whoop, and that guy's 10 yards behind me. And you can't catch up, Nate. You know. Yeah, I've been in that position as a D-back. He's gone. I mean, he's behind you. You just can't stop and catch up to him. Can't let the guy run by you. You got to stay back behind. That's your job. So penalty is going to be from the line of scrimmage, first down for the Wildcats. We'll take that all day long.
And I'll tell you, Martin as a quarterback, when you can wear number 53 and look good, it's impressive. You know, he has really thrown a nice football tonight. In the gun again is Martin at quarterback. Two backs to his left and right motion. Number 26 to the right. Fakes the handoff. He's going to go up top, over the middle and deep. Stride for stride. Paul Hale had great coverage on that play. Out in front. Solid coverage. The Mifflinburg faithful wanted flag, but truthfully, great coverage for the first time in several passing plays.
Well, that's where you want to be. You want to be in the right position to have a chance to make a play on the football. You know, Martin, the difference, Dresser could kind of spread it around. Martin, he can throw the ball with velocity, but he likes to throw it deep. No question about it.
Radville Susan, number 26 in the backfield, goes in motion. Martin in the shotgun. Fumbles a snap, booted forward. Good tackle. Number 14 in on that tackle for the Bulldogs. Clayton Musser.
Yep, Clayton's got some snaps. We've seen him in some earlier ball games as well. Junior, tight end, defensive end. Get some snaps. Caden Walker as well in the ball game. Running clock, we're under 5 minutes to go in this one. Again, the Bulldogs 63, Mifflinburg 24, so the end result not in doubt.
Martin in the shotgun. Two receivers to the right, back in motion again. Snap back to Martin. Martin looks to the flats. That's to Susan. Initial hit made. Good pursuit to the flats that time.
56. Slate Seacrest, called him earlier. Haven't seen him on the defensive side thus far. Nice reaction there by Slate.
4 minutes and counting here. Sorry, Doug. 4 minutes and counting. 63-24, Bulldogs up. 4th and 7, I believe it is. Surprised they're going to go for it. Why not? What do you have to lose? Ball on their 40. Martin in the gun. Jumbo trip package to his left. Snap is back. It's low. He's looking downfield, trying to get outside of the pocket. Ball's up in the air. Nearly picked off. Oh, nearly picked off. Good hustle.
Really, really good hustle there. Slate Seacrest made a play on that ball as well. It was tipped right in front. Didn't see the defender. I think that was number 52. Dawson Rickner got the deflection. Slate Seacrest almost coming up. So ball falls incomplete. 4th down that was. So that'll turn it over to the Bulldog offense inside Mifflinburg territory. I think they're marking it just inside the 40.
So the Shore Bulldogs tonight, continuous clock here, Doug, as it has been this whole second half. 3.5 to go. Paul Hale in the game at quarterback. Some fresh linemen as well, trying to get guys on the field. They're just like, hey, where do I go? Put me in, coach. I want to play today. Paul Hale under center. Eye back formation, hands off. No, he fakes it. Paul's got good wheels. He outruns him. Don't block in the back.
Blocked in the back twice. So that's going to negate a first down run by Paul Hale. That's probably the 12th or 13th penalty and probably number 6 or 7, either a legal block or a holding penalty. That was a legitimate one. He knocked the guy twice.
I want to apologize to those listening. Listen, I called that. You could just see it. It was like cheese to a mousetrap. I mean, he was baited into that one, Doug. But the Bulldogs, man, I don't even want to see the number of penalties from the yards tonight. It has been sloppy at best. I know they're winning big on the scoreboard, but they've got to clean up some of those tangible things.
And that one negates a nice run there by Paul Hale for the first down. So they'll try it again from just outside their own 40. Mifflinburg's 40.
Hale under center. Quick pitch goes to Sechrist. Good block by Engel. There's another Sechrist. Bo Sechrist picks up. Looks like he's going to be right around the sticks. We'll see if they move the chains or they mark him short.
Yep, yards short. But that was first down after the penalty, so second and short.
2nd and 1. Hale looks to throw to the flats. Nice pass to number 14 down the sideline. That was a real crisp delivery from Paul Hale. He read that primary receiver. He knew he had the protection. He also knew he had to get rid of it at some point.
Clayton Musser, nice reception there. Probably his first of the season for the first down.
1st and 10 on the 16 of Mifflinburg. Bulldogs driving. Paul Hale gets a quick pitch to Bo Sechrist. Sechrist stiff arms, and he's good pursuit laterally by the Mifflinburg defense.
Running clock down under 2 minutes, so the likelihood that Jersey Shore, unless they put it on the turf, are going to be able to run this one out on the offensive side of the football.
Malk and Bo Sechrist in the backfield. Paul Hale under center. Quick pitch goes to Malk. Good block by Sechrist. Springs him down the outside. He makes one cut. Brought down inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal down around the 5-yard line.
Talon Malk, seen him carry the ball a couple of times, only a sophomore. Good finish to that run. 3rd and short.
Be interesting to see if they even, if they go to try to score or if they just take a knee. Paul Hale under center. It's the counter to 41, Bo Sechrist. He's tackled immediately at the line of scrimmage. Inside of a minute to go here in the 4th, Doug.
Converts the first down, though. Clock running. We are inside 45 seconds.
Yeah, and you know, that's one of those things. Take a knee. We'll see what they decide to do, but there's no reason to score again if you're Jersey Shore. You've had a successful second half.
Yep.
I give hats off to Tom Gravish.
Yep, victory formation, so Paul Hale kneels it out, and that will be the final score as the clock runs down. Now under 20 seconds in the ball game. The Jersey Shore Bulldogs 63, the Mifflinburg Wildcats 24. The Bulldogs go to 5-0. Mifflinburg drops to 4-1. We will be back for some abbreviated stats and our Fill It Up Drive-In Player of the Game. Again, one of our great sponsors, and we appreciate them so much. We'll be back after this commercial break. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about those sounds? Those are the sounds of Craft Ice from a new LG refrigerator, cooling your drink to perfection. Making this top brand appliances. Save up to $1,212 on this exclusive LG kitchen package with Craft Ice at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid September 29th through October 19th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Want to sell a house? Want to buy a house? Then call the Dave Winkleman team at Anchor Realty in Lock Haven. Dave's a graduate of Jersey Shore High School. He and his wife Jan live in South Avis, the parents of 7 children. So you know the Dave Winkleman team is motivated to market your home and find you a new one. 570-858-0777. Ask Dave how he can guarantee your home will sell within 90 days. The Dave Winkleman team at Anchor Realty, 57 Belfont Avenue in Lock Haven. Ready to serve you. 570-858-0777.
Can I get the sales projections for the Springfield, Bristol, and Fairview stores?
Val's Froyo Palace is dishing out 3 more locations.
Jody, have you lined up interviews?
They need 3 new store managers before they have a meltdown.
And remember, they need at least 5 years experience.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Visit the Twilight Diner in Loganton, where tasty, fresh-made food is available when you want it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Choose a burger, homemade pizza, stromboli, their famous mountain sandwich, or anything on their menu. See it on their Facebook page. Now home of the Loganton area's only beer cave. The Twilight Diner, 603 North Mill Street, just off the Loganton exit of Interstate 80. 570-725-3911 for takeout. The Twilight Diner in Loganton. Call 570-753-5722. TLC Fuels, a family-owned business since 1998, serving residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. Fuel oil, diesel, and gasoline, hard coal. TLC Fuels, dedicated to providing friendly, satisfying service to all other customers. TLC Fuels, proud to be a supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. 570-753-5722.
How do you make the most of your land? Everyone has their way. The Nelsons depend on their John Deere Gator XUV 835R to get
from point A to point B with decoys and the dogs.
As much as we got going on, it's all about efficiency.
And if you ask the Mosers what they use their Gator XUV 590M for, they tell you.
The most fun we have on the Gator is just ripping around the property.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
We are back. Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly. Listen, the second half was all... It was no holds barred. The entire roster got in the game again for the 5th week in a row. That's awesome to see, building confidence in this young Bulldog nation. But what a great night, Doug. You want to talk about some of the things that we witnessed tonight? First half, first string. Second half, student house body. Another big victory for Tom Gravish and these Bulldogs.
Well, the important thing at halftime, it's 56-6 Jersey Shore, led by the defense. 2 INTs by Cooper Peacock. We'll talk more about that in just a couple minutes. Both returned for touchdowns. Brady Jordan, who did not carry the ball at all in the second half, 9 carries for 176 with 1 call back to open the ball game of 50-plus yards, probably 60-plus yards. So he would have had over 200 yards on the ground if you calculate all of those into it. 2 touchdowns, rushing as well. 351 yards on the ground in the first half. And that's the really only stat you need. Again, we love the job that Coach Chris Davis does, and please look at the article by Chris Massey in the Sun-Gazette. Love when they do it. To see all the stats really important, but that's all you need to know. Jersey Shore dominated offensively, even got lineman Zach Rooney in for a 1-yard touchdown run to cap it all off. But the defense kind of set the tone, really put the pressure on Troy Dressler, the quarterback from Mifflinburg, caused some errant throws from him, and that was the difference in the ball game. Mifflinburg, Nate, did a nice job in the second half, got their second-team quarterback in there, a couple long passes over the top, so the score on the scoreboard ends up 63-24. Looks a little bit closer than it was. Really, again, total domination by the Bulldog first-team offense, defense, special teams in this ball game.
Absolutely. The only thing we got to clean up, I think we talk about this, dog obedience school. These dogs need to go to obedience school when it comes to the penalties, clean some of that up, because in tighter ball games as the season progresses, when they face some adverse competition, they're going to need to have a cleaner game, especially when they want to get into that fast car and up tempo. The scoreboard, it didn't matter to that. So we are going to come back right after this break for the filled up drive-in player of the game. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Attention, do you suffer from severe fried chicken-related cravings? If so, Kentucky Fried Chicken's $6 2-piece drum and thigh combo may be right for you. The combo contains tasty chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, a flaky biscuit, and an ice-cold drink. Side effects may include more money in your wallet, happiness, and the urge to lick your fingers. Order KFC's 2-piece drum and thigh combo in the KFC app for just $6. That's finger-licking good. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Tax extra.
When you're looking to move to something bigger or smaller, new construction or a fixer-upper, in town or out of town, your first call should be to Brady Carnahan at SWC Real Estate, 570-295-8233. Through the years, SWC has become an industry leader committed to excellence by offering the most comprehensive marketing solutions. At SWC Realty, it's simple. We just market your home better. Call Brady Carnahan today, 570-295-8233.
The NFL returns to London.
Y'all know what time it is.
Football is back on the world stage. Live from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on NFL Network.
Okay, look, dig deep.
Vikings.
Fires right, caught.
Saints.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Wake up early and watch with the world. It's Sunday Morning Football. Sunday, October 2nd at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
My name is Rose, and I've been driving a school bus for 25 years for Susquehanna Transit Company. Susquehanna Transit is family-owned and operated. If you can drive a car, you can drive a school bus. The hours and pay are great, with many opportunities to earn even more money. So come meet the staff and trainers and be a part of a great family. Call 570-753-5125.
From tailgate parties to busy weeknights, the flavor experts at Omaha Steaks made it easy to savor all of fall's flavors with mouth-watering assortments of perfectly aged steaks, ultra-juicy burgers, and easy, ready-in-a-flash comfort meals. Right now, shop their semi-annual sale and get 50% off site-wide. Use promo code SIZZLE at checkout for an additional $30 off of your order. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com, code SIZZLE at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code SIZZLE. Minimum order may be required.
McMahon, Ferguson & Associates Insurance Agency is your local Erie insurance agency. They handle your home, auto, commercial, and life insurance needs. Let's talk life insurance. If something happened to you, would your family be prepared? Let McMahon, Ferguson & Associates craft the perfect life insurance policy for you. Call 570-398-4090 or visit 1020 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. McMahon, Ferguson & Associates Erie Insurance Agency.
The Bear, 99.9 FM.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly, just back to wrap things up tonight. Before we get to the filled-up drive-in player of the game, Doug, my thoughts are it was a great night here. You know, we're spoiled. This program has been rolling. When do you ever see 5 weeks consecutively that the entire roster plays? You know, second, third, fourth. It doesn't even matter where these kids rank in the depth chart. They're getting valuable minutes, which is inevitably going to help them in the future.
No question. And kudos to Coach Gravish and his entire staff for preparing the kids to be able to do that. But kudos to the kids most of all for working hard in practice all week long and then having fun and working hard in this ball game as well. Your dad gave us a couple ending stats. Jersey Shore ran 62 offensive plays, Mifflinburg 45. Jersey Shore time of possession, even with 63 points on the board, they trailed in time of possession 23-39 to Mifflinburg, held the ball 24-21. So another good, complete game overall, other than the penalties, which were in double digits, not good, for the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. And that leads us, Nate, to our fill-it-up drive-in player of the game here in week number 5. I had it all typed out, and I put it away already. So week number 1, it was Hayden Packer. Week number 2, it was the defense. Week number 2, it was the special teams. Breck Miller, of course, 10 PATs. Week number 3, it was the defense. Week number 4, it was special teams because of the scoop and score last week as well against Shikellamy. And tonight, Nate, could easily give it to Brady Jordan. 9 carries, 176, and 2 touchdowns and 1 call back in the first half. But we're going to give it to Cooper Peacock because great preparation, then great. I'm searching for the word. Execution. Thank you, sir.
That's
I
was
going to say stout.
Hey, stout. Imposing. Can I buy a vowel box?
Great execution. Pick 6, 11 yards to open the scoring, and then 30 yards, pick 6 the other way to cap out that first down. Cooper Peacock, 2 great plays from his defensive back position. He is our fill-it-up drive-in player of the game here in week number 5.
Kudos to Packer tonight. As well, you know, these kids played tough tonight. You know, not seeing a lot of second half reps, but really just mentoring and building and growing these young kids. Tom Gravish, Alex Jackson, the entire coaching staff, to Dave and Karen back at the network, to Vince here on camera tonight. Doug, always a pleasure doing games with you. It was a great homecoming 2022 here, Friday Night Lights, Doug. I'm saying goodbye. How about you?
Jersey Shore 63, Mifflinburg Wildcats 24. The Bulldogs go to 5-0. It's a great day, Nate, to be a Bulldog.
Tradition never graduates. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Thanks for listening to tonight's game, brought to you by Woodlands Bank, SWC Real Estate, Brigandy, Gleghorn and Hafley, TLC Fuels, Realty Lease Properties, First Quality, Susquehanna Transit, All Round Tire, Hafley Insurance, Hollick's Coal and Oil, Jiffy Market and Deli, Jason Eberhardt State Farm Insurance, Anchor Realty, First Citizens Community Bank, Fager Insurance, Baldbirds Brewing Company, Twilight Diner, Napa in Jersey Shore and Mill Hall, Jimmy Lee State Farm Insurance, Fill It Up Drive-In, Pennycoff Rural Services, Kevin Peacock Disposal, Joe's Equipment, Muncie Bank and Trust Company, McMahon, Ferguson and Associates, B.A. Mikesville Electric, Fredham Disposal, and River Valley Internet. Another home game next Friday evening, pregame 6:30 with Nate and Doug on the Bear Country Sports Network.